All right. Good morning, everybody. Good Friday morning. The only day I really keep up with is Monday. So whenever I'm streaming on any morning besides the Monday morning, I feel a little weird. How's everybody doing? It's going to be a short stream, a short one this time. And I mean that. I know every time it's like, Mikey, you say short stream and then you end up streaming for 4 to 6 hours. You don't know what short is. You're living on black people time. It's going to be short this time because I have stuff I have to do. More importantly, I have to get out this video. This video that was supposed to go up on Martin Luther King Day. It was supposed to go up a few days ago, right? I didn't expect it to take this long. And I need that extra week. I need that last week of January so I can be ahead of time trying to finish something else. Because I really was serious. I was serious in 2025 about having way more content out for 2026. I've been working on, well, not working, been doing research for multiple videos at once. That was probably a mistake, but I feel like it's going to work out in the long run. I basically made a schedule almost. I made a schedule for content because I have so many videos, so many docs and video essays and whatever I'm trying to put out this year. I had to write some of this shit down and plan out how I'm going to do what. Because it's like, I make a big video. I make like, I don't know, I make a Gamergate documentary. Obviously, that's going to take way more time than me, I don't know, well, the Comicsgate, the second Comicsgate video, which will be soon, right? It's not going to be the video I'm going to upload this month, but it will be soon. That's obviously going to be shorter than the Gamergate video, which is probably going to be, I don't know, probably be longer than the fucking Nick Fuentes video when I get to it. But I have to space those out because I can't do those back to back because then it's going to be like a little vacuum of content. So I need to, I'm trying to space things out. So you'll get like a mealtime 30 to 45-minute video here, and then you'll get an hour plus long documentary there. And I got like at least three Nick Fuentes documentary size videos I'm trying to drop this year. Like three hour plus giga documentaries that are really like two or three documentaries put into one, really. And the Comicsgate documentary is going to be one of them. So I got to plan shit out and stuff like that. Also, I'm trying to stream more. And I can't just turn on fucking stream and just like react to anything, but I also don't play video games or do shit. See, like niggas who stream and they play video games for a living, or I don't know, they're like DGG and those niggas and they go out and they eat. They eat at a restaurant and that's content, right? Like, those dudes are spoiled. I want to come here, even if I'm react-anding it up, I gotta have something that you guys actually will want me to react to. So I gotta plan out content more and shit like that. So. Anyway, I really have to get this video out. I really got to get this upcoming video out. So this one's going to be a little short, but I had to get to it because Jeremy, I don't know, he's making an ass out of himself, which that ain't out of character. He does that often. He does that without even like intending to. But this time, he's going after old friends. He's going after old friends and he's trying to pretend like that's not what he's doing, that he's not throwing shots, that he's not throwing stones out of a glass house. Well, really, he's the only one living in a house made of glass. But he's basically trying to poke at other people to make himself feel better. See, things aren't going bad for me because look at me. Look at these other channels. They aren't doing that well either. It's just cope. We're going to get to it. It's going to be fun. First, before we even get started, just like always, why is this over here? What the fuck? Oh, I see what I was doing now. Yeah, that's what I did. That's how I fucked up. Okay, we're going to go here. That's the correct window. I think it is, right? No. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll fix that in a minute. Anyway, this is where the streams are, where all the playlists for all the streams. I've changed the name from Mikey No More Streams to Mikey No More Stream VODs, just to make it a little bit more accurate. This too will go in here. After we're done, I unlist streams so they don't clog up the channel. Okay. Mousy Roller, thank you for the 4.99. I think Jer has big potential to break into the main lolcow sphere, especially if he's burning bridges with his former friends. Suffer. Oh yeah, I feel like well, the payroll is starting to get on Jeremy a bit. He has a lot of overhead. Jeremy has I don't know, he's addicted. I feel like he has an overhead fetish. I feel like Jeremy really does have a fetish for just wasting money on shit that he doesn't need to waste money on because he has so much shit he has to pay for that he really doesn't need to. I'm not even talking about the luxury shit. I'm just talking about shit connected to his businesses, both his actual businesses like Coffee Brand Coffee and his YouTube channel. He burns through way too much money than is necessary to run any of these things because he thinks that's what makes it a proper business and also that's what makes it successful. I just keep throwing money. I just keep throwing money at shit. But that's not how that works. In fact, some of the most successful businesses, if you read books, because I like reading books about by CEOs and dudes who got hired to be CEOs of failing companies and who steer them around. Those are business biographies basically that I like to read about. And a very common theme is just liquidating shit, slashing shit, laying off people, and cutting down costs, and just basically trying to cut off as much waste as possible before you even get started fast tracking to re-innovating the business in any way. You basically had to get rid of shit. And Jeremy doesn't want to do that. It's like you gotta already he's doing it gradually. Like he fired that one woman who used to work for him and shit. And it's like, bro, you should really just fire 80% of your own. You should really fire everybody except maybe Luke in like one editor. Maybe keep two because you have like two channels and you got the Rumble channel and you make tons of content every week. So maybe keep two editors and maybe keep Luke. And that's it. You don't need any of this other shit. I don't know, bro. I would just liquidate whatever is left of Coffee Brand Coffee because you're just gonna burn more money in the long run. You're not gonna make any of that fucking money back. Yeah, maybe keep Hannah too. Maybe I don't know. You only need one of them, really. You don't need both. You gotta just flip a coin and decide which one you want to keep, Jeremy, and just do that. There's so much shit, so much unnecessary waste this guy goes through. And if he would just cut down his spending, just cut down his overhead, just like 50%, he wouldn't be fine. He'd be in a way better position than he is right now. Anyway, we're going to, okay, you know the rule. The rule is we always shout out clip channels no matter what. Night Move 17, thanks for the $2. Coffee Brand Coffee is a waste of money. Yes, it is. And he should just, let it go at this point. You're not making that money back, Jeremy. I'm sorry. We're looking at Katie Did, who is live right now. We always appreciate the clip channels no matter what. Katie Did's channel it's a pro CG channel. It's a pro Comet Skate channel, which is unfortunate for her because if there was ever like a community who it's not even worth it to like suck the dick of, to just ride with, it would be Comet Skate. Even Ethan Van Sciver himself is barely able to milk anything out of this community anymore, right? And also, you got the dickheads, you got the Dick Masterson verse. That's also a part of Comet Skate too. And you also, no money can get made there. Oh, good news for the dickheads out there. Dick and Vito, they made up. They actually came back after the week after I made that stream. They actually did have another show, and the show was going on. I guess neither of them wanted to lose that $3,000 a month. That was just too much for them. Anyway, we appreciate Katie Did for her clipping, no matter what her weird beliefs, her weird religion with Comet Skate is. We still appreciate this nonetheless, because there aren't a lot of people who clip the quartering period. It's very rare. It was very rare for Alyssa Clips to clip the quartering. Jeremy's very boring, and there's really not a whole lot of, you don't get a lot of viewers when you clip them, so I understand why. So anyway, we're going to watch this real quick, and We're gonna see Jeremy. This is cope. Everything we're about to watch 15 minutes of Jeremy coping about the state of his channel. He's gonna be blaming a lot of people except for himself, right? This is basically gonna be this entire segment we're about to watch is just Jeremy trying to rationalize how the state of his channel and the state of his finances in general are not his fault. They're the fault of the algorithm. They're the fault of trends. They're the fault of the meta. He's not doing anything wrong. It's not his fault that he's got like a fraction of the viewers he used to have a couple years ago. It's not his fault. Zero Jones, Zero, thank you for $5. Jeremy reminds me of one of my exes, word for word, bar for bar. I thank God for making me gay. Not Jeremy Clone's wife. Javi Nobody, thank you for the $1.99. Showing love for the casino. Expose the grift. Oh, we are. We're going to be exposing a lot of grifters in 2026. My next video, I will be dropping either tomorrow or the day after. Probably tomorrow. There's really no reason for me not to upload it tomorrow unless something comes up, right? And I just can't finish editing it and like rendering it and whatever the fuck. It probably will be out tomorrow afternoon, probably-ish, right? But we're going to be exposing, my next video will be about exposing a major grift in American history, recent American history. And, you know, we're going to be busy exposing, putting grifters on blast all of 2026.
We've taken down...
Yes, Jeremy is DSP maxing.
We've taken down Christmas. It's time to get back to work. It is time... We must be about the work. Is really what we have to do.
Are you not normally about the work? Are you usually not about the work, Jeremy? Are you usually just slacking the fuck? Like, what do you mean about the work? Have you not been about the work up until now? Let me see. I just want to get this out the way a little bit. Okay. Move this a little bit to the right. Okay. All right, that's good enough. But no, have you not been working up until now?
And
just admitting that he's been coasting and doing the bare minimum.
That's what we're gonna do. I sure hope working through the holidays pays off. Hopefully we get some
I hope, I pray. When you get into the point, like, I would understand if Jeremy was a religious man. If Jeremy was a religious man praying and, you know, hoping that the Lord will bless you in your business endeavors and whatever the fuck, I could understand that because that's what Christians do. You know, that's what my father does, my uncles do. I do it occasionally myself. But Jeremy, you're not a religious guy. We know this. So you hoping and praying, what he really wants to say is cope, right? But he doesn't want to say it in the secular. He doesn't want to use the secular word cope because that sounds too desperate.
You know.
So he says hope and pray instead.
Some sort of...
Nigga was literally praying. He was literally praying to his audience to help save the business. I don't even remember. Has DSP ever done that? DSP begs 100%, but has he ever literally prayed, like literally just clasped his hand together and prayed to the Lord to, you know, hit his goals? He probably has. Damien PGR, thank you for the $29.99 PLN. Where's Skeptic Sargon video at? Met Carl in person in Warsaw for meetup around 2018. Dude got drunk as F. It was actually fun to be around. Carl's is okay. The Skeptic video will be coming this year too. And yeah, Sargon has gone on. I'm not gonna lie, Sargon did go on a redemption arc after his terrible, embarrassing moment that was his brief political career. A lot of the skeptics, that's kind of a regular occurrence with the skeptics from that era, especially the prominent ones, with Worski, with Sargon, with Kraut and T, with Shoe on Head. A lot of them had to go through these redemption arcs after they were embarrassed. They just went through these giant humiliation rituals and they had to walk over glass and through fire. And then they came out with still successful YouTube careers and shit like that. Not all of the skeptics, you know, went away.
Bump in regular viewers once everybody's back to the kind of the regular sketch.
Dankula, well, I don't know. I guess it was a humiliation ritual because he was being actually targeted and oppressed by his own government and shit. But it wasn't it wasn't a type of humiliation ritual that somebody like Sargon or Kraut or Worski had to go through. It was a different sort of thing, right?
Otherwise, next year, I'm going to take a vacation.
15 minutes later.
I don't even want to listen to your gobbledygook. Speak English. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon. Gruff, you also, thanks for the stream, Jeremy. Glad you work hard, but take time off when you need it. Appreciate it. Burnout is real. You're appreciated. Thank you. You know what's crazy about the burnout thing? I was telling my wife, like, I legitimately am experiencing burnout. December was like the most.
Shu's humiliation ritual, Shuonhead's humiliation ritual had less to do with her struggling as a creator. Really, a lot of these people didn't struggle as creators. Even Worski didn't really struggle as a creator. Even when he was fucking on coke and was working with JF and shit, he was arguably making the most money in the shortest amount of time than he had ever made in his life. A lot of the humiliation rituals had less to do with the suffering that the quartering is going, where his fucking business and YouTube channel is dying, and more to do with like their personal lives. And you know, like Shuonhead, she was made a fool of, a public spectacle of, by the fucking armored skeptic who dumped her during COVID and replaced her with an 18-year-old and shit. Worski, Coke Fiend, aim stream, ruined his life for a while. Kraut and T got caught up in some weird gay ops. He and his family got doxxed and shit. He had to run away from the internet for a while. Sargon was made a national lolcow of the United Kingdom for a while. Yo, there's shit like that. Their careers were all, even while they were struggling, like in IRL with their personal problems, their careers were still fine. So
most difficult.
Yo, Abe, thanks for the $2. RTU has seen my list. Really? Okay, I gotta see. Did he react to it on stream? I want to see what his reaction was. I want to see if he agrees with where the tier list is. Raiho15, thanks you for $5. Just wanted to say thanks for the high quality vids. Perfect for when I'm at work or grinding levels in Dragon Quest. Thank you, buddy.
Month of the 10 years that I've been doing all of this. Like, it's just been extremely, like, soul crushing, because, like, it wasn't just
soul crushing.
That the new.
What could possibly be soul crushing about being a YouTuber?
News cycle was weird. It was like the YouTube channel was not performing well. There's just all sorts of, you know, new things to have to overcome.
I don't consider the TJ Kirk sex tape banana shit. I don't consider that humiliation ritual, because he wasn't ashamed of it. And if you're not ashamed of it, then technically it doesn't even count as a humiliation ritual, because nothing has really been done to you. Neon If Graves, thank you for the €5. Planning to do a video on Turkey Tom in this situation. I think you would be the best to do it. Big ups, pimp.
In November and December, like, normally November and December are like top earning.
Yes, this is a business meeting segment, just like DSP. He has his business meeting segments in his streams too now.
Months. That's when you like get to coast and enjoy the fruits of your labor.
What is he saying?
Like, in November and December, like, normally November and December are like top earning months. That's when you like get to coast and enjoy the fruits of your labor. But not this year, sir. Aura. Not this year. You know, which you guys don't have to see. This year, it was like December was my worst month of the year.
Oh, Chad is in a row. Oh, and, you know what?
Hold
up, shit. What did you just say? December was my worst year. I'm sorry, I was distracted because somebody just pointed out something to me. It's like Chad is in the wrong place. Let's see. I gotta fix this now. You know what I just realized? I think I just realized what my problem is. Let me just blow this up. It's because I was looking at it weird. I was wondering, like, what was wrong with the perspective? Okay, that's what it was. What is that? Okay, that's the other half. Okay, I was wondering, did I have chat squared weirdly? All right, thank you for pointing that out to me, by the way. Whenever I'm doing some fuck shit on stream, do not be afraid to just say, Mikey, stop being retarded. The stream is fucked up. Do something about it. Never be afraid to say that to me. All right. Now.
Not this, you like get to coast and enjoy the fruits of your labor into some in November and December. Like normally November and December are like top earning months. That's when you like get to coast and enjoy the fruits of your labor.
That only works with the specific model of like making content that the quartering subscribes to.
But
there are a lot of YouTubers who do make a lot of money around the holiday season, but it's like this whole everything can coast or whatever. Sure, if like your model revolves around you just slopping out 5, 6, 7 videos a day, I guess.
Not this year, sir. Aura. Not this year. You know, which you guys don't have to see. This year, it was like December was my worst month of the year. And
I wonder why that was. I wonder what could be happening that suddenly it doesn't even matter what season of the year, what month of the year that you put out content, your numbers are still down. I wonder what's going on. Maybe it's because nobody wants to watch your shitty content anymore. Yellow Flash, yo, hey, what's up, bro? Thanks for the $5. I post half the videos now and have no overhead. Crying about views and money is a bad look always, always, always. Like, you should never do it. Even if that's how you really feel, you should never do it. Luther the Writer, thank you for $5. Love your doc on the quartering. Much more in-depth than my book on lol cows. Hambly is a grifter that deserves exposure. Keep up the good work. I had no idea you wrote a book on lol cows. I have to check that out. Javi Nobody, thank you for $1.99. He should have invested in gold and silver instead of Melanie.
Had to make some real tough, you know, staffing decisions, financial decisions, things like that.
Firing people? I mean, what other staffing decisions are there? Obviously, you aren't hiring anybody new.
And it was making it all feel like, man, I just want to go back to just being me with my webcam again.
That's what you should do. That is exactly what you should do. Fire everybody except 1 or 2 editors and maybe Luke or Hannah. Just flip a coin, decide which one of them you want to keep, and just get rid of everybody else and just go back to what you were doing when you first started the quarterly. Just do that again.
Life was so much simpler then.
You would save so much money. Like, you wouldn't have to pay anybody, but he's never going to do that. He's never going to fire Melanie Mac.
You know? It was like, no employees. If I had a bad month, it was okay because I had, you know, money. You know, I didn't have big payroll to worry about. So it was like, whatever, no big deal.
Nothing about his content really justifies him having a big payroll. Nothing about his content justifies him having a big payroll at all. Let me see. Just gonna go here real quick. Let me see.
Clip, snip, snip.
What the fuck? No, do that. We're not even gonna look at that right now. Let me see. Ungroup tabs. Okay. You look at his content, it happened again. Fuck. It does it by accident, right? None of this content right here justifies him having a big staff, having a big payroll, having a lot of overhead. There are tons of channels on YouTube that do exactly this about as frequently, and the only person they hire is their editor, and that's it. Even his streams, right? It's like, how much are your streams improved by you doing them with Hannah Claire and Luke? Like, how much?
That's all right. But then once I had, like, you know, 8 employees, I was like,
8?
You sounded like 10.
Hold up. I forgot about that. I didn't know 8. Shit, I only thought it was like 5 or maybe 6. You got almost 10 people working for you? Why?
Am I having a meltdown on a live stream? Well, I guess I am on a live stream, but I wouldn't say this is a meltdown. Your channel stumbled when you pivoted from culture war to straight politics.
Just because you aren't yelling and shit doesn't mean it's not a meltdown. Seething, you can calmly seethe just as well as you can seethe while you're angry.
That's just not true. The channel stumbled when culture war topics died.
And that's not true at all. That is not true at all. What happened is that your flavor of culture war content died. I can't. It's so hard when I'm on Twitter, especially. It's so hard to get away from culture war shit. Like all of this ICE shit, the shit going on in Minnesota alone is fueling tons of culture war discussion. I see there's so many channels who are making money off that shit, talking about it frequently, talking about it all the time on their streams. You're on Rumble. You should know this. On Rumble, if I go on Rumble right now, guaranteed there are going to be 5-6 channels just talking about whatever recently happened in the news in Minnesota or whatever. That's bullshit. That's just you trying to cope about some shit that's not real. Ames, thanks for another $2. Luke is his best asset and he misused them. True. He's the most proper. He's the dude that makes the most sense for quartering to keep him on the payroll, and he's not like an editor or something, or I don't know, working for his coffee company. But he uses him the least effectively because he wants to be around Hannah Claire and Melanie Moore. Zero Jones Zero, thank you for $5. Unironically, I feel like Gamergate made YouTube anti-woke slop grifting what it is today because the grift just never got patched. What I feel like, and I'll get to this in my documentary, is that you had all these dudes who came from what was the biggest, what Gamergate was, it was the first great culture war of new media. And after it ended, you had all these veterans of it who were still talking about it. And okay, you can't keep talking about Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian forever. So you just start a YouTube channel or a stream and you start talking about other shit. And that's where it came from. Like, Sargon is very successful right now. Sargon would be nowhere if it wasn't for Gamergate. And that's not just unique to him. That's true for a lot of people. Ethan Ralph, well, he's kind of a nobody now, but he was kind of a somebody back in the day. And he would have never been a somebody if it wasn't for Gamergate. Mr. Perfectly Sane, thank you for $10 Australian, is it? Very common Jeremy L. What happened to him? Going to church every day, getting involved in politics, etc., like he claimed he would do. Of his response to Charlie Kirk's situation. LMAO. Biddles, thank you for the 50. Is that Polish? Is this Polish money you guys are giving me? I got a surprising amount of Eastern European viewers. I've noticed several Ukrainians, several Polish niggas, and a couple Serbs too. What the fuck? Why do you need 8 people to produce barely edited slop? Keep up good work, man. Thank you. Neon and Graves, thank you for another €2. Has he done a video on a Cyrax ice thing yet? Has he? Hold on, let me see. Has he? That'd be stupid not to. Let me see. Let me go to has he? Cyrax. I'm looking. I can't see it. No, it doesn't look like he has. What a dumbass, dude. How could you not? Bro, fucking Jeremy Griggs did that. Jeremy Griggs talked about the Cyrax ice thing. That's just easy content to make. What an idiot, dude. And he talks about how shit like, oh, nobody cares about culture war shit anymore. No, dude, you just suck at it. You've been doing it for years and you're still bad at it. Quiet Rider, thank you for $5. RTU is more charismatic than Jeremy. Honestly, I agree. Watching RTU Clips channel is more entertaining than Jeremy's Clippers. I'm sorry that they have to clip him. Yes, Dead Air Dickers, unironically, is more charismatic than Jeremy. At least Rich has a personality. It's not a good personality, and his jokes aren't really funny, but at least he has some, right? Jeremy's got nothing. Vince12, thank you for $5. I got fired from McDonald's for sniffing seats and selling the fryer oil for pocket change. What are we going to do to fix this, guys? Retail Jeremy.
If you look, like I've spent the last 3 months going through the analytics.
Wow. Wow. Bro has he's been sick. Like, the state of his channel got him all fucked up. Bro is just, he's looking at the YouTube analytics all day, trying to figure out. It's like, he's treating them like they're fucking magic rocks, right? Like he's trying to read the stars or whatever, like some seer, like some cleric from the ancient era or something like that. Dude, it's not that serious. Just make content that people want to watch. Like, let me tell you guys something. As a YouTuber and a streamer, when it comes to analytics, I like watching them when I post a new video because the numbers go up, of course, you know. Shit, I be banging whenever I put out a new video. My numbers go up a lot whenever I post some new content, not just a stream, but like my documentaries boost my analytics and my metrics a lot. So I like looking at that just for like ego purposes because it feels good to know that your channel is growing. But outside of that, I know it's not really that important because the numbers are going to stagnate or go down if I don't keep making content. That's all you can do. If you want your analytics to look good, the only thing you can really do is just keep making content that people want to see. And, you know, you can try and concoct some science, try and do some SEO magic, try and chase this trend or this trend, or try and capture this audience or that audience. But at the end of the day, if nobody wants to look at your shit, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can fucking stare at the analytics all day. Nothing is going to change. Publius Dose, thank you for $7.50. I suspect that this entire YouTube empire was just a way to fund a friend group. I think it's mostly greed, but there probably is something deep in Jeremy's subconscious where that was part of it. He probably didn't want to buy. He didn't want to buy friends, just like he tries to buy female affection. Warden 0.001, thank you for $5 Australian. If you ever get big, don't saturate your language like a white guy commentary channel. You're the best in the game right now. Hey, thank you, bro. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure, thank you for $10. A little off topic, but since you did a review tag USA Ops tier list, would you consider making one for EVS? And if you do, you need to include Sloshy, the men's restroom urinal. Sloshy did not consent. You know, I probably will do that. I want to do more tier lists. The tier lists are always fun. The tier list streams are always, they're some of my funnest. To this day, I still refuse to unlist the Nick Fuentes Gay Moments tier list stream. That will stay. I consider that its own video. That's going to stay up on the channel forever. Mr. Perfectly Sane, thank you for the $5 Australian. This is Australian money, right? $5 Australian. Jeremy reminds me of the now inactive YouTuber channel No Bullshit. Look it up. Both losers.
Understand where I need to go in 2026. The culture war content is dead. Like, if you go and look at all the channels that were producing videos at the same time I was over the last year, right? We were all killing it. Like, I don't want to call out anybody's name.
Bro's talking like they were all rock stars.
Right?
We were killing the game, bro.
Like,
talking like he used to, like, run the streets. Like, he used to be a kingpin or some shit. He's talking about his golden years. Now he's some washed up nigga on TikTok. Arguing with other dudes who used to be drug dealers, like those mafia dudes. You guys ever watch those videos? Those videos where you got like the TikTokers or Instagrammers or Twitter dudes who used to be in the mafia or they used to be in cartels or in the gangs or something, but you know, they snitched and they left the game and now they like argue about who used to be the bigger drug dealer or gangster or whatever, and they fucking yell at each other all day and talk shit. Yeah, that's how Jeremy's talking right now. Fly for Shot, thank you for the 2738.
Because I don't want to like put anyone on blast, but the whole like
that's what he's gonna do. That's what he's gonna do for the next 10 minutes is just put all these other channels on blast and say that they aren't successful anymore. Ga0046, thank you for $5. I used to take culture war content kind of seriously, but now it's just pandering BS of people saying what they think their side wants to hear. Lame as I mean, that's how it is. That's how it is when a meta gets invented. When a meta starts, when people realize what makes the most money and what doesn't, people just start, it's just trend chasing, basically.
The whole, just the whole space is dead now. You used to be able to be Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic. We beg to differ. I mean, do you want me to pull up their statistics and prove it? Pull up a channel like Yellow Flash and you know, a lot of these like mid-tier culture war channels. Mid-tier. They're all dead.
Yo, Yellow Flash, you wanna contend this?
Dead.
Do you think your channel is dead? You think your channel is dying? Yellow Flash?
They're all dead.
Because according to Jeremy, this is where you guys are all living in the culture war apocalypse. Nobody is fucking with anybody's shit anymore.
You could say Nerdrotic is quote unquote killing it, but I doubt the data would support that. I mean, if we really want to, I don't want to put him on blast. I like Gary, but the whole space is just not what it used to be. This is a channel like last year.
If your channel has a C+, by the way, because being C, if you have a C on, if your channel has a C grade on Social Blade, that means you're doing all right, right? That means your channel, it's not dying. Your channel is decently healthy. You're growing, not at a spectacular rate, but, you know, at a decent rate. If your channel is at C+, that means your views are kind of like ridiculous. You know, shit. Maybe you're not Mr. Beast size, but, you know, vast majority of channels, even the decent ones, even the ones that people make livings off of, don't have C+ and higher grades.
Sure.
And if you got a B grade, if you got a B grade, you're probably either making high six figures or you're a millionaire if you're B to B+ tier. And if you're A tier, well, that's for A tier is exclusively for channels like Mr. Beast. They're for YouTube empires, basically.
Time was gaining 40,000 subscribers a month, 40, 13,000, 40,000. I look at this entire year. I mean, don't like if you want to question me on anything, there's a lot of things I'm not an expert on, but
we know
like analytics and YouTube, I'm very good at.
Are you? I mean, look at the state of your channel right now. Would you actually say that? Would you actually say that this channel right here is like the byproduct of a dude who's an analytical genius? Hold on, real quick. Since Jeremy wants to fucking, you know, look at people's, see, B grade. Like I said, if you have a B grade, yeah, that means you're making high six figures or you're straight up millionaire, right? So obviously, these are insane numbers. We look at Jeremy, we got to give it to him. These are crazy. Hundreds of thousands of views daily, right? He gains like 5 digits worth of new subscribers every week. Well, not every week. No, it's just about that. Yeah, you know, he's doing great, it seems. But you look at that. You look at that dip. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a bigger, in my opinion, that is actually a bigger decline than Nerdrotic. And that's really the thing of it, right? I don't deny that Jeremy at his peak had a higher peak than Nerdrotic, but he's also had a higher fall. And it's affecting him. It's affecting his mental health. It's affecting his everything. So now he's lashing out and he's trying to say that everybody else is failing like him. Talby, thank you for the $5. Jeremy is correct that Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, etc. cringe and bad, but they are still a million times better than Jer. Suffer. Mr. Perfectly Sane, thank you for the $5 Australian. Last dono, Jeremy probably still pisses in a drain and definitely did not hold up to anything he preached during the Charlie K stuff. Oh no, that was all him grifting. The shit about him, I don't know, becoming a newly devout Christian, going to church, all this other shit. That was all him just trying to cash in on the fever that was going on after Charlie was murdered. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure, thank you for the $5. Also, it looks like Dax and Vito turned biggest problem into LOLcow Live Temu. Will Vito get fired this week? They should have let it rest.
This entire
I mean, look, if Dax is going to continue the show purely to make money while bullying Vito every week, I'm actually down with that. You know, W for Dax.
year, Nerdrotic has gained 50,000 subscribers this entire year. Last year, he gained, you know, way more. Oh, if we look at views, look at this. Go back to 2024, 8 million, 7 million, you know, 8 million November, right? You know, here he is in November last year, 8 million. How did he do in November of this year?
Oh, okay, let's go back again. All right, we look at this. This looks like a pretty hefty, you know, okay, undeniably, there is a decline going on here from all this time. But this looks like a hefty hump, right? It doesn't look like it's going that erratically. Meanwhile, we go here and we look at the quarterings channel. Look at that shit. Look at that. We have here, okay, hefty hump, decline, decline, decline. Oh, he blew up. I don't know what happened. He blew up like super hard in summer of 2024. And then there was a decline again. And he started doing pretty good in autumn, around early autumn in 2024, and then massive decline. And it just kept falling. Like this is way worse. This is way more dramatic than Nerdrotic's fall off in viewers.
3.6 million, down more than 50%. The same is true for my channel. Like the same is true for my channel. Everybody in this space is down about 50%. Everybody. He only had 2.6 million views this December. Go back to last December. 6 million views.
Okay, again.
So he's down like 60%.
Jeremy, obviously, you see this. The decline for him, even though it is undeniable, it's not as big as it was, right? So it's not cataclysmic. It's not like yours. It's not like yours where you're like you're in a different dimension basically from where you were at your peak, right? It's not like that. Hold on. Oh, we're looking at that one.
December. So why would you tell me like YouTube analytics are not very trustworthy? Are you on crack? It's the only analytics that matter. What are Crowder's numbers compared to last year? Well, that depends because this site is only really good for people who are primarily YouTube.
Okay.
I don't think they even
very convenient
share Rumble.
You can talk shit about Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers and their numbers. I don't know anything. Don't know anything about Crowder's numbers.
Statistics.
There are no tools. There are no tools that would help you accurately determine what somebody's Rumble numbers are. Because it's impossible because Rumble numbers are bullshit anyway, right? Nobody knows. Nobody knows how good Crowder's numbers are doing over there on Rumble. Nobody knows how good Nick Fuentes' numbers are on Rumble. Nobody knows. Well, we kind of know what Jeremy's numbers are on Rumble, because if Jeremy's numbers were actually doing as well on Rumble as he likes to pretend that they are, he wouldn't be fucking crashing out like this on stream about the analytics.
50K in 2 days isn't so bad. You said this year. You're right. You got me there. I was talking about last year. People are unplugging altogether, and like the culture war shit just isn't popular anymore. Like,
I mean, it's not like at its peak. It's not like peak. I'm going to be honest. Kathleen Kennedy probably did. Her stepping down probably is going to derail a lot of careers on YouTube, right? Because there's so many people who made hundreds of thousands, if not millions, talking shit about Kathleen Kennedy and the various projects that she has worked on and destroyed, and her leaving the game, her hanging up that jersey is gonna make things rough out here. But it's not like everything's completely dead. There are still people who are doing good, who are doing all right, maybe not thriving like they used to in the early 2020s, but Zero Jones, thank you for another $5. Last dono, as a filthy lefty, even if a lot of these grifters were serious, why would you want your legacy to be built on beef with women? Yeah, that's especially true for Jeremy. Jeremy has like this weird... Jeremy has so many weird things with women going on, right? It wouldn't be... It's especially weird because he's a married man, right? He's a married man, but I don't know, dude. You do a lot of weird shit. The fact that he was already married when he did that Christine Sprinkle stream, Christine Sprinkle video that ended up getting deleted. That was when he was married. Bro is so weird when it comes to the ladies. Bobby Tan down. Thank you for $5. New sub here. Kino Casino sent me. Love your content. Very eye-opening. Jeremy, the Tim Pool wannabe, is most annoying.
Can you even remember?
Jeremy has wanted to be Tim Pool almost his entire career. Well, that's not true. First, he wanted to be Sargon. After he couldn't become like the big guy over there in the Magic the Gathering community, and he started doing skeptic / anti-SJW / anti-woke shit that wasn't connected to trading card games and shit like that. Then he wanted to be Sargon. Then he wanted to be Tim Pool.
I mean, YouTube's also full of,
because at least with Sargon at least does research. Like Sargon, he stopped doing This Week in Stupid, and he started just focusing on doing research and shit like that. And Jeremy can't do that.
AI slop. Who's another big? You said Geeks and Gamers. Okay. I mean, I know how this is going to work out. You guys, I know the numbers, right? You think this guy's killing it? Look what happened. Starting in July, less than 1 million views every month. Look at July last year, 4.6 million.
The Kathleen Kennedy bandwagon stopped a while ago, Mikey. It was big, but parked already. Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
3.2 million.
It's like, here's what it is. She did too good of a job at doing too bad of a job, and she successfully got people to stop caring about Star Wars. She successfully, obviously Star Wars is still a multi-billion-dollar brand, but it was once like a part of essential American canon, right? Like peak pop culture Americana. That's what Star Wars was once considered. And now it's just considered another thing. It's like they file it under whatever the latest Marvel movie is going to be now. It's no longer a Marvel. It's no longer, it's lost its iconic status. And when something like that loses its iconic status, talking shit about it also loses views. So,
2.2 million, 3.7 million. This year, 700,000. 25%. And it's not anything that they did. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not that like
I really think here's my controversial take. I want to say the algorithm when it comes to YouTube, and once you get popular, right? Because the algorithm actually is very important for the beginning. When you first start making content, the algorithm picking up your shit and putting it out to somebody really is important at the beginning, right? Like my first, again, let me go back to, hold on, I can just go here. What the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? But no, when it comes to the algorithm, when it comes to the beginning of your career, then yeah, the algorithm is important. Because this video right here, none of these videos, up until I made this one, broke like 1,000 views. Maybe this one did, but this one only made about, this video, this John Finley documentary, it only broke 1,000 views.
Now, what would you say to any
because look at that, John right there. John literally saw the video and he linked it to everybody and told everybody to watch it. So that's the only reason why this video made 1,000 views. Everything else here was in the triple digits until Keemstar reacted to my Review Tech USA documentary on LolCow Live one day, and he sent people there. And that was my first video to ever break 4K digits, break 5K digits, this video right here. And then after that, I made the Comicsgate video. And then after that, the algorithm started fucking with me, right? So yeah, in the beginning, the mysteries of the algorithm is important. But once you're already an established channel that gets hundreds of thousands of views a month, it's really on you. It's like 20% algorithm, 80% what you're doing with your channel at that point, and just blaming the algo for you not popping off like you used to anymore. It's just cope. That's all it is. Cold bologna sandwiches. Thank you for $20. Peak tier content. Big ups. Thank you, man.
the gamers fell off or Nerdrotic fell off or the quartering fell off. It's that this topic, like this culture war stuff, you're looking at flawed metrics. No, I'm not. I'm looking at perfectly very, very good metrics that would stand up in the court of the law simply because it would show.
Wait, I'm sorry. What? Repeat that? Repeat that?
You're looking at flawed metrics. No, I'm not. I'm looking at perfectly very, very good metrics that would stand up in the court of the law.
Stand up in the court of law. You're going to bring your shitty declining metrics to a court and then say, I'm suing Neil Mahan, I'm suing YouTube, I'm suing Google for destroying my YouTube career? Is that what you're going to do? What the fuck are you talking about? A court of law?
Simply because it would show a relation. If the social blade data is wrong, if social blade data is wrong, then it's wrong by the same percent for everybody. Like,
let's see. Cat Cans, the algo is everything. Why do most channels have like one super promoted video that gets more views than sometimes all of their others combined? YouTube is running the show. Oh, those are just one-hit wonders though. It's like how you have an artist, right? You'll have an artist who's on SoundCloud and like you'll have an artist on Bandcamp or on SoundCloud or whatever, and they'll have that one super viral song that gets picked up by TikTok or it gets used in edits or it gets put in the background of a popular YouTuber's video or something, and you know, they end up getting some motion. But that motion doesn't carry on to the rest of their content because that one video, that one song just happened to hit the right notes, right? It's like you have these bands, right? You have artists and you hear some shit on the radio, you hear some shit on TikTok, and then you go and check out the rest of their music and it's mid, but they have that one song is like super gas. And that's how it can be when people's YouTube channels are sometimes. You just have there are a lot of YouTubers who like are legit one hit, maybe two hit wonders, where they'll have one video that'll break like 100, 200, maybe even 500,000 or even 1 million views. And then the rest of their shit is lucky to break even like 10K on average. And it'll just be like that because that one video was about a certain topic or a certain something that brought in more views than other people. I don't think that's the algorithm trying to sabotage somebody's channel except for that one video. I think that was just, they hit the right notes with that one video.
Statistics.
And with me and my content, I deliberately go out of my way to the reason why I put so much effort into every video is because I never wanted my channel to be a one-hit wonder. When the Review Tech USA video got picked up by Keemstar and shit, okay, I can't let the next video be significantly less successful than this Review Tech USA documentary. And when the Commentsgate documentary got successful, I'm like, okay, well, I can't be a two-hit wonder, right? Like, okay, I gotta keep it up. So it's like, okay, if I just make every video at the same quality and I keep trying to increase the quality from video to video, surely, right? Surely I'll just keep getting about the same amount of viewership and retain the same amount of viewers from video to video, right? So that's how it has to be.
Data analysis, this is what I do. YouTube stopped counting ad blocked viewers. That's not true. The culture war.
That is true. What do you mean that's not true? That's literally what happened. That's a lot of people, when people were complaining about YouTube, it's weird. I'm no longer getting the same amount of views in my videos, but I'm somehow getting the same amount of money. Yeah, it's because YouTube like changed something in its system to stop counting ad blocked views as actual views because those views weren't making you money, weren't making the website money, which means they weren't making YouTubers money. So it's like, okay, I'm just going to get rid of those. Those don't count. So a lot of YouTube channels are making basically the same amount of money they were making before, but their views are down. Now, that does come with the downside because if your views declined significantly because of this new change, then yeah, the algorithm will stop fucking with your shit like it was because it was thinking you were getting millions of views per month that weren't, touched by ad blockers. In reality, you were just getting like hundreds of thousands, which are still good, but it's not like you're not a Mr. Beast creator. You're like, you're way lower than that.
content is basically dead. Like, you can't put out a video anymore and be like, oh, look at this woke Marvel movie. Your data set is too limited. No, it's not. 2 years of data on the biggest multiple. I mean, I could pull up 100 YouTube channels in this space and show you
this is a very shallow thing, though. You know, just looking at, like, literally just pulling up Social Blade. That's very, what Quartering did is the same equivalent to whenever Warski pulls up the Social Blade on some channel, right? And then they laugh whenever their views are falling off and shit like that. That's the same amount of research as that. He's acting like he did all this research and shit. No, you didn't.
The trend is true for all of them. Neurotic, arguably the biggest channel in this space, has 40% of their views last year. Geeks and Gamers, 40% of their views last year. Me, 40% of my views last year. That's 6-7 million combined subscribers. Where are the viewers going? They're just not, it's not that. It's what
I mean, that's kind of arrogant. That's kind of, that's a weird assumption if you just assume that all of your audiences are bundled together. Like, you just assume that all the anti-woke guys, you're not even just in the same lane. You're all like, I don't know, you all have like synergized audiences and some shit. I feel like the people who would watch the Quartering are slightly different than the people who watch Geeks and Gamers. Geeks and Gamers, they aren't just, yeah, they're talking about anti-woke shit, but they're also talking about pop culture, like, in-depth, or at least as in-depth as those type of shows do. Jeremy doesn't do that. Jeremy is mostly about politics and shit like that, you know? Blimp for once. Blimp Force 1, excuse me. That was weird how I did that. Blimp Force 1, thank you for $5.
What happens is, I think I've got a pretty good plan for 2026 for content, because that's the exact question I talked about. It's not that like Nerdrotic's content is any worse. It's just that nobody gives a shit about, you know, The Mandalorian sucking anymore. The views from
okay, well then you just gotta evolve. Like, the whole thing about this thing that he's talking about, it could be easily solved by the people in question, the YouTubers in questions, just evolving their content somewhat and just adapting to the evolving meta.
Live streams and views.
You can't keep doing the same shit forever.
From videos.
This is why I don't talk about the same subjects. I keep trying to, like, I want to expand my reach. I can't just talk about Nick Fuentes forever. I can't just talk about Review Tech USA forever, right? I can make decent views doing that, but I gotta, you know, I gotta explore other avenues, and I gotta switch up my content. I gotta stay fresh.
Are combined in that. It's all
Jeremy has literally been making the same type of content for how long again? What, fucking over a decade? Really, if you count the fucking unsleeved media shit, which was like the same format but just with trading cards, it really has been like over a fucking decade. Like, since at least 2012.
Same. Don't question me.
And he's wondering about why shit isn't popping for him anymore. Look, bro, it's your old hat. You're out of model, bro. You need to upgrade, and you never will. You'll never adapt.
Analytics boys.
He really is just the political DSP, because this is the same problem that Phil has, where it's like, bro, your problem is that you refuse to adapt. Phil didn't even like do direct capture until way after he should have. He was still capturing shit off a fucking camcorder he had on a tripod, or even that he was just like put on a table or had in his lap or some shit like that, right? It's like that sort of aversion to adapting and growing as a creator.
It's very, very, it's just that nobody gives a shit. Like, a year ago, we were talking about the Lord of the Rings, right? Like the Lord of the Rings, you know, woke Lord of the Rings. No one gives a shit about that. You know, it's just cooked. People have either, there's some percentage of people, like, I break it down like this. There's some percentage of people that have just checked out for now. You know, they'll be back in like in springtime.
What? Well, that's kind of a weird, he's doing a lot of weird assumptions in this video, right? It's like, oh, they'll be back in the spring. If they aren't here now, why will they be back when spring comes? What is something about the change in weather? Something about seeing fresh flowers just gonna make them want to watch some culture war content, some culture war slop? That is winter the wrong season, a bad season for culture war slop compared to spring? Why? Why would the changing seasons just change that shit for you, bro? I think if those people are gone, they're probably gonna stay gone. And if they're gonna watch some culture war shit, they're not gonna come back and watch it on your channel because it's gonna be the same stuff that was there before they left. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure, thank you for $5. Jur is chasing MAGA boomers now. He slaps Ice Karen attacks on his thumbnails and title and gets 300K on his videos. It's still political slop. Well, that's all he can do is chase numbers. It's like, okay, whatever. You're talking about the ice shit and stuff that's going on in Minnesota. If you just do all this shit because you're just trying to chase whatever is going to give you the most numbers or whatever is going to boost you, well, those are just short-term gains. Eventually, the shit in Minnesota is going to calm down and you're going to have to find somewhere else to fucking just make 5-7 videos about a day. And then you're going to be in the exact same place.
You know? But like, I would say maybe, let's say total views are down about 50%. I just think that like 20 to 25% of people have just checked out for now. Some percentage of them will come back.
They'll be back.
Like once the kids go back to school and college and stuff like that.
What, dude? What? How would that change anything, bro? You make 10-minute YouTube videos, dude. Like, how would me having to take my kids to school or my kids being out of school or whatever affect me watching a 10-minute YouTube video, bro?
That people will come back. But like, how many times can
does he think that kids watch this? This is not a channel that's hip with the youth, Jeremy. I don't even need to look at your analytics. I already know. I already know that there's nobody like under 20 fucking watching your channel, dude.
You make the same video about like canceling Netflix. You know what I mean? Like everybody who's watching this video already knows Netflix is woke shit. So like, how long can you ride that? Now, some channels will understand what I understand, and that is the need to pivot. Other channels, the vast majority of them, will ride what got them to where they are until it's completely burnt out. Gruff says Jeremy knows the numbers.
He's projecting a lot, right? Like this is his strategy, because I hear that and they're like, everybody who watches Netflix knows that Netflix is woke shit. Well, how about you start talking about these Netflix shows in a bit more depth, right? Like what Mahler does. What Mahler does when he'll take a piece of media and he'll analyze it pretty much to death. Like he'll analyze it beyond death, like beyond entropy. Mahler will just make a fucking 80-hour documentary about I don't know, the newest season of Lord of the Rings or some shit right there. He's just breaking down every scene for 2 hours each, right? Why don't you do some shit like that and see what happens?
Yeah. Well, you don't stay.
Because that fucking video, again, how well did that video even do? Let me see. Let me see that latest Mahler video. He did about, what was the game? I don't even remember what the fuck, that Ubisoft Star Wars game. Oh yeah, the Ubisoft Catastrophe. 17 hours, 1 million views. You know how much fucking money this motherfucker probably made off of this 17-hour Star Wars Outlaw breakdown that got 1 million views? Holy shit. You can probably pay off a mortgage with the amount of money he made here. Why don't you do something like that, Jeremy?
Where I'm at, like on YouTube, as long as I have, if you don't follow trends and understand what's going on. If you look at like, why is Nick Fuentes so popular right now? It's because more people than ever have taken the black pill.
And if you don't understand, whoa, that's a lot of presumptions. And also, you're talking about something you don't know. This dude doesn't know. This nigga doesn't know anything about Groypers or Nick Fuentes or that sphere of political commentary or anything like that. Like Jeremy, first off, Nick Fuentes is hanging out with fucking Muslim pimps, Muslim cucks, Sudanese federal agents and shit and fucking going to clubs in Miami playing Hail Hitler. That's what Nick Fuentes is doing. Hanging out with looksmaxers and stuff like that. Why Nick Fuentes is popular with his little segment of the internet has nothing to do with fucking people taking a black pill.
Understand why they've done that? Then you don't understand the trend in...
You don't even understand it. You don't even... You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Black Pillar is something like DBDR. Those are the Black Pillar YouTubers. That's nothing like the type of content Nick Fuentes talks about.
Content.
See, this dude, this is what he talked about when he said, I'm not an expert in a lot of things, but at least I don't think you're even an expert when it comes to analytics because you're bad at analyzing shit. Quiet Rider, thank you for $5. Maybe Jeremy can be the new top mod of our live stream fails. He already dresses and is as bald as that guy. Oh yeah, like that one Reddit mod. That one Reddit mod who fucking crashed out, dude. Every time we find a Reddit mod, every time a Reddit mod reveals themselves, it's always the case of, yeah, that's what I thought. Like we have yet to see a single Reddit mod who didn't live up perfectly to the stereotype of the Reddit mods. Hey, Emmanuel, thank you for the $1.99. Put a 17-hour RC car review out, but you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, Jeremy, do that. Restart up your RC channel and just start doing these super in-depth reviews of every little component of some RC car or RC plane or some shit. Because I know you play with these motherfuckers all day whenever you aren't working. Rye the Guy, 6914, thank you for $5. Kino Casino lives in his man's head because he knows they're right and his ego won't let him accept that his channel is dying a slow death.
Now, does that mean I'm going to
he's in a spiral.
Make black pill content? No. But it is worth understanding why maybe 5-10% of my audience doesn't really give a shit about the culture war anymore, because
the reason why he can't bring back the reason why he can't bring back the reason why he can't bring back one of those channels like RC whatever, one of the 50 RC channels he made, or bring back Clawstruck or something like that, or restart his Magic the Gathering channel, or talk about a new card game, is because those were hobby channels. Those were. And this was Jeremy when he was at his most likable, right? The hobby channel era, when he was a hobby tuber. He doesn't have hobbies anymore. He doesn't do shit. Now his hobbies, he has rich people hobbies, but he has the most vain version of rich people hobbies, right? He mods out Cybertrucks and buys sports cars and buys Rolexes and shit like that. And those are very, I don't know, bro. Those type of hobbies, you can't really make channels out of them, really, unless you're going to be like super autistic, in-depth about them, and honestly have more money than Jeremy has. Jeremy has buy several Rolexes money and buy a modded Cybertruck money. He doesn't have buy a fucking fleet of supercars money. He doesn't have a fucking watch inventory, Rolex inventory of $1,000 watches money, right? So his rich channel, his new nigga rich channels, he can't do those because he doesn't have the money for them. In his old school down to earth hobby channels, he can't do those because he doesn't have hobbies anymore. Not like he used to.
They're so distraught about nothing ever getting.
Even his RC, he has the RC track like right in his front yard or backyard of his mansion or whatever, right? That's a very shallow version. That's a shallow rich guy version of what he used to do with the hobby, because he just races on the track alone for like a few minutes of the day and then he's done. Right? Like the passion isn't there anymore.
Getting done. Like you have to figure out how to speak to those people. You know, some of the people that used to care about Marvel are like, I don't care about that anymore. Maybe I'm going to watch true crime.
This is a short stream. I swear it is.
Stuff. Or I'm going to watch retro video game stuff that is like, you can only log on to YouTube and make yourself mad about the thing you love so much. Here's the truth, and I'm going to get to this Joe Rogan video next.
People love to be mad, though. If you got content that can trigger... People love outrage. This is why you got popular in the first place, Jeremy. You know this. The problem is that your content, it just don't hit for people anymore. Your content, it don't hit that spot anymore, bro. You lost it. You never really had it. And it really, part of this, and Jeremy won't, maybe he doesn't want to admit it, or maybe he doesn't realize it. Part of it is just there are YouTube channels out here now who are doing just better versions of what Jeremy used to do, and he can't keep up anymore.
Limited time today.
Those guys used to get banned. Those dudes used to be banned, and his only competition would be a handful of fellow slop channels like Temple and shit, who even then, those guys were still better than him. But, you know, it's like, but now it's just, okay, he can't keep up with this new meta, and he's not going to adapt or evolve, so.
J-Ho for 20 says, a lot of people spent their time before Christmas break just complaining about Candace. Most of us normies see her as the crazy grifter she is. Another reason why I choose to watch you. Yep, that's a big part of it too. I just think that what people are interested in putting, this is what I was going to say. If the cottage industry, this is the only hint I'll give my competitors who are going to probably ride the Marvel is bad train into obscurity. If your entire business model is telling everybody how much everything sucks, okay, don't you think that eventually those people are going to tune out, right? If your entire channel is built on saying Netflix sucks, this sucks, whatever, you know, it's like, well, why are they going to keep tuning in over and over again?
Jeremy. That's what you do. That's what you've been doing for years, bro. That's literally that's been your whole business model for the better part of a decade. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, if your whole business model is just telling people that this sucks and that sucks, why would people come back? I don't know. You tell us, Mr. Dying Channel. Mr. My Channel's under attack.
When a new
Mr. I'm hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt because of my fake copy company.
Marvel movie comes out for you to say that the Marvel movie sucks. It's actually, there's actually a...
What were you doing? What were you doing to Brie Larson for years, bro? I feel like, dead ass, I feel like the shit he was talking about Brie Larson so much and so frequently, I really do think it was bordering on harassment. I don't think that it's possible to harass somebody just by making videos about them. But I feel like after a certain point, when you're that obsessive, it was so extra, bro.
On that entire...
And you fucking made a bag. You made several bags just telling people how much Brie Larson sucks and the Marvel suck and Marvel sucks and all that shit.
Cottage industry.
This is how Comicsgate got big too, by the way. Comicsgate got big by just saying the American comic book industry sucks for years, right?
Making content.
And he's kind of right. People did eventually get sick. Well, hold up. I don't even know if that's true. Yeah, people got sick of it, but also the Comicsgate dudes, they either went insane or they just became just like insufferable and shit like that. You know, like Ethan Van Sciver, your boy's hack. So it was like a combination of the two. Anyway, Jeremy doesn't have the self-awareness to realize he's talking about himself here. Car Crash, TWU. Thank you for $4.99. Love your content. Please keep it up, brother. I will.
Does that make sense? Like, you can only grind people down so much, and then they're going to be like, oh, there's another movie about Marvel? Well, I already agree that it's going to suck. Why do I want to watch that?
Well, what if they like your personality? See, one thing that isn't factored into this at all, because this isn't the case for Jeremy, is what if the people come there for the personality of the content creator themselves? Okay, yes, I know this is going to suck, but I really want to see I Hate Marvel 271 tell me specifically why it sucks, because he's so funny. It's so hilarious how he breaks shit down. He has a really unique perspective that he brings to the game that nobody else does. Why doesn't he consider that? Because Jeremy knows that's not the truth for him. Jeremy knows that nobody comes to the quartering for the quartering. They come to the quartering for whatever he's slopping out today. They come to the quartering for... The quartering is kind of like Lunchables. He's a Lunchables channel where you give your kid Lunchables because it's like it has this little convenient snack pack of everything. or like trail mix, right? If your kid actually wanted to have some cheese and bologna sandwich, you wouldn't fucking give them Lunchables. You would make them an actual cheese and bologna sandwich. But Lunchables is just, it gets them through the day. You know, it'll get them through lunchtime.
Oh, it's another company that got woke? Yeah, I know, they're all woke.
This right here is the weakness, the ultimate weakness of when you base your channel not on you. When you base your channel not on your personality, when you base your channel not on like what you bring uniquely to your content, to like YouTube in general, you end up in quartering situation where the meta where he was living off of for years, admittedly it is dying. In fact, you could argue that it died a while ago, but because that was all he had was the meta and the algorithm and the metrics and all that shit. Now that those aren't reliable anymore, he's got nothing and he has to e-bag.
Tell me something I don't know.
And
so if you don't actually like take a minute,
yes, Austin, this is 100% just a sour grape stream
to like understand that and figure out what the next thing is. And for many people, it's the black pill. For many people, it's more like hard politics. And for many people, it's actually taking your stuff out altogether. Like just
another problem is that all the things he just talked about,
for many people, it's more like hard politics. And for black pill, for many people, it's more like hard politics. And for many people, it's actually taking your...
He doesn't have any of those. He has no specialty. He doesn't really have a lot of political knowledge. You know, he's not a black pillar. I don't think he understands what that means, but he's not that. I guess he says he's not like the Nick Fuentes people who like talk about society or whatever the fuck. Okay, he's not really a culture war critic. He has no specialty that he's really good at either. So he has no personality. He has no specialty. All he has is clickbait and chasing trends, and that's it.
Stuff out altogether. Like, just, I don't want to hear...
Yes, Luke actually is a way better political commentator than Jeremy is, because Luke actually takes it seriously.
Talk about Marvel anymore. You have to find a way to like still reach those people. Yeah, I don't want news and social media to have the power to make me angry every day. That's another thing too, right? Like people are just like, yo, I don't want to be like, I'm not trying to log on here to get pissed off every day. People are starting to watch like more like brain rot content.
A lot of people do.
Funny content. Apolitical.
A lot of people do like just go on Twitter or go on YouTube looking for content that's going to get them heated up. A lot of people do.
Content. So you can either keep making the videos about woke Hollywood or you can get off your ass and figure out what your audience is watching now. Because half my audience didn't die, you know. It's just they don't want to watch another video about. They don't want to watch another live stream about another Hollywood thing.
Eventually.
They don't want to watch you. They don't want to watch. He didn't say they don't want to watch me. He said they don't want to watch another video about X. Not they don't want to watch my content. It's like he's trying to take himself out of the equation and put it all on what the topic is or put it all on the algorithm. No, it's you. You are the consistent variable here.
Trying to, you know, add some variety. I've got a plan. Working on something with Hannah Claire about, well, I don't want to give it away.
There's no way. There is no fucking way whatever you're going to be doing in Hannah Claire is going to be that exceptional, that groundbreaking, that is worth you keeping a secret.
Give it away. I think there's going to be a type of content that's really, really popular.
Is it going to be a game show? Like, what are you going to be? Are you just going to be talking about politics again, but under another name?
This year, and I'm, you know, working on having that. But let's get back to stuff.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Thank you, Katie did. We appreciate you. I will give you the like because we always, I put respect on clip channels, even if, you know, they fuck with dying movements like Comicsgate. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure, thank you for the $10. After EVS spent 2 years of obsession over Eric July, EVS's views are dropping. He has also been bleeding subs, not delivering the books, also didn't help, it doesn't take 6 years to draw a 48-page comic. No, it does not. It's like, here's the thing. EVS, and this is also true for Vito too. Now, because he decided to fucking put his fucking his shit in there too. We're gonna be watching this next. The problem is once you tie your content to another part of something, that thing that you've tied your content to becomes part of your YouTuber or content identity. And you not living up to the expectation that you expect ends up killing it, right? It's like my videos. If I decided to just become a full-time streamer and I didn't make videos, well, I'm gonna get a lot less views, right? And I'm gonna get a lot less subs because videos are like, they're like the bread and butter. They're like the crux of this fucking channel. And I wouldn't have as many of you guys watching my streams if it wasn't for the fact that I put out those videos, right? So I'm obligated. I make the videos anyway, because I'll be honest, I like streaming. I prefer making videos. You can just do, there's a lot of shit that I can say way more creatively with a video than I can with a stream. You know, no disrespect to streamers, but that's how I feel. But, you know, for EVS, it was the comic. For Comicsgate in general, it was the comics, right? So it's like, okay, you do your streams, you got to put out a comic some point, bro, because you've tied making comics to your identity. And you can't not make the comics and also just like do streams and expect your streams to not die. I'm sorry, bro. See, if you put out the comics, you have more shit to talk about. You'd have more shit to get people excited about and whatnot. That's what, listen. EVS is already a lolcow. What are you talking about, sexy Jello? EVS is fucking licking urinals and fucking talking to crackhead twins in fucking parking lots and shit like that. What are you talking about? He's about to become a lolcow. We've been there, done that. Anyway, this channel, this video right here, we're gonna watch it, but not here. No, we're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch that over here. No, right here. Right here. Because this is literally, here's something I don't understand. I understand people get on duty for clipping shit way too early. And by clipping shit way too early, I mean duty will literally clip something while the stream is still being made, right? Like duty was clipping Duty clips the DSP segments of Kino Casino streams while those niggas are still talking, are still doing the segment over on Kick. Literally, he doesn't even wait for the segment to end because he wants to be the first guy. So, you know, there's this thing about how you're a clip channel. There's supposed to be a little bit of a grace period. You know, even if it's a day or two, you gotta wait before you do the clipping. So, D-Day Cobra, he puts this up. Katie did. She puts it up. You guys, for you guys who know a thing or two about Comicsgate, you know why I just said Mandy. You guys know why I confused the two. So Katie did puts this up 2 days later. It's like, okay, that seems respectful, right? She clipped it from the stream, but D-Day Cobra also clipped this from his stream. So all she really did was basically just re-upload. She just re-uploaded the same video at like a slightly worse, slightly worse quality. That's all she did. So I don't understand that. I don't know, that it almost like it's dead ass almost freebooting, but whatever. I don't care about freebooting, but I don't know. It's just weird to me. Anyway, Katie did is a stream thief. Yeah. Anyway, so D-Day Cobra literally uploaded the very same segment from the same stream of his on his channel. So of course we're gonna watch his, you know, because I don't know, it's his content first and foremost.
So last night during CobraCast, many of you were saying, yo, Jeremy, Kino Casino is reacting to you. And I'm like, Kino Casino, I love.
You know, he was worried, right? You know, he was worried about what are they saying, right? Because that's always the first reaction to people now. Whenever, like, their reputation precedes them. So whenever people find out Worski and PPP are talking about him, they're like, wait, what? What are they saying? Like, are they are they talking shit about me? It's like,
Love those guys, but why are they reacting to me? Usually it's because they're roasting. They're like, no, man. The Quartering was talking about you in one of his videos, so Kino Casino was reacting to CobraCast. Jeremy brought...
He's like, thank God. He fucking breathed a sigh of relief. He's like, oh, thank God. They aren't A-logging
me up and other channels.
Because here's the thing. When another big streamer, because, the Kino Casino, they're up there. They get thousands of concurrent viewers on Kick now. When another big streamer is talking shit about you, and you yourself are a pretty prominent streamer, you're kind of obliged to give some response, and it's like, he wouldn't want to do that. I don't want to get in a fucking flame war with the Kino Casino, because that's all they love to do.
To justify why he claims his channel has fallen off? And I'm like, what? So let's check out this part with Kino Casino really quick. Hail Kino Casino.
Per year, Nerdrotic has gained 50,000 subscribers.
Subs?
Bro, seriously. Worski and PPP got these niggas out here kind of scared.
So let's check out this part with Kino Casino really quick. Hail Kino Casino.
Hail Kino Casino. Please. Please, I fuck with the casino. Please.
Per year, Nerdrotic has gained 50.
No mas. I want only peace, please.
1,000 subscribers.
Subs mean nothing.
Yeah, so
they don't mean anything.
They really don't. They really don't matter. Like, again, looking at my channel again, I just broke 20K subs this month. I have several videos on my channel with over 100,000 views. It really doesn't fucking matter. I have never, pretty much since I dropped the Cometscape video, and I didn't even have 10,000 subs back then. My view count has never matched my sub count ever. It doesn't matter. And if you're relying on that, then I don't know, you're doing something wrong.
Anything, like literally.
Subs mean absolutely nothing on YouTube anymore. Mean nothing. Okay?
Really. It's like, by the way, it's not proof that he's not buying them like you are, Jerry, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, so I mean, when I say subs mean nothing, it's just that in terms of the overall scope, all that matters is how you interact with your audience. Audience retention is all that matters. Because the reason subs don't matter in terms of the number anymore is because of YouTube Shorts. Subs can be completely blown out of proportion by YouTube Shorts. You have three different audiences.
I do my shorts. The reason why I do shorts is because, aside from the streams, I don't upload that often. The fastest I've ever been was when I was uploading the Movie Bob video, which is like 20 minutes. That's like my shortest video ever. It only took me about 2 weeks to make, right? And that's my shortest video. So obviously I want to put out something. Sometimes I'll just put out a short after like a week before I post something else, just so I have something to redirect you guys towards another video. Just, maybe it gets picked up by the algorithm or some shit like that. But, you don't count on sub growth, view growth, and streamer growth. They have nothing to do with it unless you have high viewer retention, in which case you don't even need to rely on shorts like that anyway.
Now on YouTube, you have YouTube Shorts, you have live streaming, and you have long form, short form content. 3 different audiences, and there's not a lot of overlap between all of those audiences. There's not, especially with YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts do not watch live streams, and they don't watch long form content. They watch TikTok bullshit.
Like, what is this guy's major?
I just realized how much streamerception this is. Because, like, okay, I'm reacting. Okay, we have Jeremy right here, who's fucking talking about other streamers and talking about metrics. And the Kino Casino is reacting to them other streamers who are also talking about metrics while talking about Jeremy, talking about streamer metrics. And now we have D-Day Cobra, another streamer, talking about the Kino Casino, talking about streamer metrics, talking about Jeremy, talking about streamer metrics. And now we got me talking about streamer metrics while talking about D-Day Cobra, who's talking about the Kino Casino, talking about Jeremy, talking about streamer metrics.
Malfunction, like he's attacked.
This is what it's like these days, being a streamer. It's just streamers reacting to streamers, reacting to other streamers.
These guys who are all like in the same sphere and have overlap with him that people like. Why is he doing this? It's not wise.
No, man. And you know it's going to rub Gary the wrong way. He's like, okay, well, it's not like an insult, but it's like, okay, well, you don't have, I'm not going to name any names. Nerd Rob.
He was slick dissing, Jeremy was, when he brought this up. He was trying to, he was trying to put other people down to make him feel better about his own channel. Well, it can't be my fault because look, it's a trend. It's my failure is a trend among other people.
Here's your, like, buddy, 6 hours, 240K.
What it is it's a crab in a bucket. He's like, well, I'm failing. So now everyone else has to fail. And I have to say that everyone else is failing because I can't cope with my failure. And I have to say it's everybody.
I didn't even watch this. He literally said what I just said. I didn't even watch this beforehand, by the way.
Online has the same problem when they don't, because they've invested into other areas where they're bringing in revenue.
This entire year. Last year he gained, way more. Oh, if we look at views, look at this.
Okay.
Go back to
It's still good, though. That's what.
It's
monthly?
still
The fact that he's bringing Gary's analytics into this and then he brings my analytics into this is crazy. First of all, Gary and Critical Drinker are basically the two biggest movie reviewers on YouTube. Yes, you got Jeremy Johns in there too, and I love Jeremy Johns, but like Gary and Drinker are the two top dogs.
Oh wait, he didn't bring up. I just remembered. He didn't bring up Critical Drinker at all. How's Critical Drinker doing? Is he dying? Oh shit. Oh wow. Oh shit. Oh no, it doesn't look like the drinker is dying at all. All right, let's go over here. How's the Critical Drinkers channel doing? Oh wow. I don't know, bro. Ooh. He seems like his have actually been going up. They stabilized a little bit, but no, it seems like he's doing fine. I don't know, Jeremy. This is looking a whole lot like a skill issue, bro.
Review world.
Looking a whole lot like a skill issue.
Gary gets
Salvatore EM, thanks for the $5. Is Vito a fake nerd? I don't know why, but I get a feeling he can't name the image founders off the top of his head. Oh no, I know what you mean. He seems like well, there are two types of nerds, right? You got the authentic nerd who's really about that geek shit and it's like in their veins, like Movie Bob. Movie Bob is a nerd's nerd. He's a fucking nerd supremacist and he internalized that shit into his identity. Like being a Nintendo fanboy, being a film buff, all that shit is like an integral part of Movie Bob's fat soul. Somebody like the Quartering, right? He's not really a nerd. He's just a consumer, and he ends up talking a lot about nerd shit because he just likes to. He just consumes a lot. He just plays video games and goes to see movies and shit like that. And I feel like Vito, in my opinion, is probably in between the two. He's not on the sort of fake nerd timing as somebody like Jeremy. But he's also not an authentic, I got pushed into lockers so much. I feel like almost maybe Movie Bob got pushed into lockers so much he became fat almost as like a defense mechanism. Well, you can't even fit me in a locker anymore, Josh. You can't put me anymore. And so they started giving him swirlies instead. So Vito's like in between the two, but he's just as fat as either of them.
between 5,000 and 8,000 live stream viewers on his solo live streams. Friday Night Tights is the biggest live stream in the entire entertainment sphere, and all of his videos do minimum 500,000 views.
Really, really good. Most people would die to have viewership like that.
And by the way, he's showing the time where Trump won. Of course, it was the peak there.
But it's declined a lot less than Jeremy. Jeremy's down like, I think 90%, somewhere between 80 to 90%.
Oh yeah, he's down bad.
Last year.
He didn't bring this up, by the way. He didn't bring up the disparity in his decline compared to the people he said were dying just like him.
Whereas
you were dying way harder than everybody else. Let's agree that everybody's channels, all these culture war dudes, everybody's channel is dying right now. You are dying the hardest death out of anybody by that category.
Looks like Neurotic's down like maybe 30%. 40%. Like, it's not the same level of a fall. I don't know.
Review Tech just streamed porn.
Oh,
and then deleted
shit! I forgot about that. Oh, we're gonna have to get to that. We'll get to that in a future stream. It'll no doubt be in the video. We're gonna, of course, I gotta do a Review Tech USA 4. You know, not now, but later. You know, this year. We're definitely getting to that.
well, listen.
I want to do new shit, but we gotta revisit the oldies too. We gotta revisit the classics that made this channel. Review Tech USA, I do owe him my career. Like, unironically, I owe Rich my career.
The worst.
What? Wait, what?
And he has no idea, right? Cobra has no idea about any of this shit. He doesn't know what's going on in this world, in this realm. Right, so he hears Review Tech USA just stream porn. He's like, what the fuck? He doesn't even know.
Thing he streamed this week, and I'll just leave it at that. I'm just done with Dickers, dude.
He's disgusting. Disgusting.
I'm so disgusted with his behavior of him using his children as bait and human shields. I want nothing to do with
Me
that.
either, man.
And
just let him fucking.
I just think let him fucking rot. No one wants to watch you, man.
Honestly, yeah. Someone's like, "Oh, what happened?"
I like to watch him.
I
like to watch him through AIMS. I can't really stomach him by myself.
Yeah, his kids on stream, and it was terrible.
Yeah, he brought his blind daughter on stream
in a mask and shit. It was weird, creepy.
It's like, bro is like, wait, what? What are you guys talking about? He doesn't know anything about this lore. He's like, wait, what? Brought his blind daughter on stream. He's using her as a shield. What the fuck? He's streaming porn on stream. What? Sneeburger Syndrome. Thank you for the £2 for the for the Spiting Jur Fund. Suffer quarter pounder.
His son, and it's like, what are you doing, dude? It's not okay. Like, that's actually, in my opinion, child abuse.
I gotta fast forward a little bit here.
No doubt.
He goes and pulls Geeks and Gamers up here in a minute.
If we were on Rumble right now, we'd have 100K watching.
Yep. I think so. I think
you would.
50K in 2 days isn't.
I might stream on Rumble one day just so I can boost my ego, right?
So bad. You said
get like 10,000, just get 10,000 concurrent viewers easy on Rumble. You know, it just makes me feel good about myself for a day.
This year. You're right.
I come back to YouTube, of course, because it's like those Rumble viewers, like 9,000 of them are going to be bots. So.
You got me there. I was talking about last year. People are unplugging altogether, and like the culture war shit just isn't popular anymore.
That is such bullshit. That is such bullshit what Jeremy is saying right here. If his whole angle is trying to justify why his channel is not getting the views it used to, you know why, Quartering? It's because you turned your fucking channel into a goddamn advertisement for Rumble. And no fucking body cares about Rumble. You spent...
See, that's another thing. He's completely right here. It's like, he wanted to, what the fuck? I was about to say eat his cookies. He wanted to have his cookies and eat them too. Whatever, it's the same thing. He wanted to have his cake and eat it too, where I'm going to try and drive everybody over there to Rumble, but also I'm still going to make the same amount of views and income that I've been making off YouTube. And it's like, no, bro, you got to pick and choose, bro. You aren't going to be able to stream off both sites and post videos off both sites and make maximum money. You're going to have to make a sacrifice somewhere.
50% of every fucking video telling everybody that was watching to stop watching me on YouTube and go over to fucking Rumble because you had a fucking contract with Rumble. And then the other
that they didn't renew
time that you weren't talking about.
That's kind of devious on Rumble's part. Rumble will try, like, they'll seduce you, they'll throw money at you to come over to them, right, and stream and make content almost exclusively on their platform, and then they don't renew the contract, so now you're fucked. You just crippled your shit on other websites and shit, and they don't even pay you for the amount for what you did to your career. They're like, oh no, sorry, bro, That's your problem now.
Rumble.
We don't want to pay you money anymore.
You were talking about your retarded sponsor for that video, because when you are controlled by sponsors, what you have to do is you have to invent topics to talk about so you can make a fucking video so you can get paid by the retarded sponsor. That's what happened to your fucking channel.
But it is.
Like, can you even remember? Like,
the culture war is at a massive frenzy point. Like there's a lot of people making a lot of money off of it. Like, just off the top of my head, like Asmongold's existence just disproves Jeremy's entire narrative.
100%.
But you actually have to.
Exactly. Osmongold is like, he's the biggest, one of the biggest streamers ever. Hassan too. Hassan is also a culture war streamer, really. All these big political streamers, Hassan, Destiny, Osmongold, all these motherfuckers, they make tons of fucking money, right?
To be able to present this stuff in an entertaining way.
It's a skill issue.
Where people believe that you're authentic. And everyone sees that Jeremy's a phony and he's boring to boot. So no one likes him.
I mean, YouTube's also full of AI slop. Who's another big, you said Geeks and Gamers? Okay.
Your content is like completely interchangeable with AI slop. I feel like Jeremy would make more money if he just like, he made like some AI slop channel. And you know what he should do, right? Here's what he should do. He should like get AI, train it on his globulous body, right? In his voice. And then he just has the AI just do a video, just have AI Jeremy read the script. You know, no, he can't do that because the AI would make less mistakes. The AI would read the script too fast. The AI would have higher energy and shit. He wouldn't be able to program the AI to be as boring as him. And people would realize that it's fake. So no, he probably can't do that.
I mean, I know how this is going to work out. You guys, you know, I know the numbers, right?
Why is he doing this?
Like,
okay, so when Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic start shitting on you on Friday Night Tights and you're going to cry about it now?
Oh, he's going to cry big time.
The beautiful thing here is that Jeremy claims he knows the numbers, yet Jeremy has no idea of the actual context of the numbers. So anybody that watches me knows.
Exactly. He just like looks at the numbers and he's like, see, this is what, okay, but why?
I have all but stopped making videos for Geeks and Gamers for the past 2 fucking years. So what's going to happen if I stop making videos for 2 fucking years consistently on Geeks and Gamers? Views are going to completely plummet and subs are going to completely plummet. So let's listen to see if he gives that context or if he uses those numbers to try to justify his channel's down because my channel's down.
If they ever say a word about him,
yeah,
it's just crazy.
I thought we were on the same team.
You think this guy's killing it?
Well, hang on, Jeremy. Let's see if I am killing it. Let's go to the super chat numbers for 2024.
Oh, look at him. He brought up the other site. People just use Social Blade. There are other channels that do the same thing. Some of them slightly better because they even show you the super chat revenue. I don't think Social Blade shows you that. Maybe they do if you pay for like the better version of it. Car Crash TWU. Thank you for $1.99. An AI quartering would be a sin.
United States of America. For the entire United States of America, for the entire year of 2024, D-Day Cobra finished number 8 in the country.
Oh,
Geeks
wow.
and Gamers finished number 15 in the country.
Oh, Jesus.
2 channels in the top 15 in the entire United States of a fucking America.
This nigga's making over 200K. Well, just under 200K. On both channels. Shit.
So, yeah, I think...
Talking about nerd shit.
I'm killing it, Jeremy. I think I'm crushing it. And then, let's go to 2025. D-Day Cobra finishes number 11. Geeks and Gamers finishes number 27 in the fucking country. And even though we dropped on the number, the revenue actually went up. So yeah, I think I'm killing it. Quartering, I think I'm killing it. But we can continue to build your narrative.
I want to see something real quick. What is that? A low folk. Wait, what is that? What is that? Number 1. A low folk radio show? What is that? I'm very interested to see what that is, actually. What is that? A low fuck. Wait, what? Santiago Mastia. Oh, okay. This is some Latin American music shit. Okay, well, I can't play any of this because, you know, that might get the stream claimed.
I think I'm killing it, Quartering. I think I'm killing it. But we can continue to build your narrative that my channel's dying.
Look what happened.
He's down. He's down.
Starting in July.
That's why, this is why Bad Bunny, you guys know Bad Bunny, this is why he took over, why he's the number. He's apparently the only artist on earth who, aside from maybe Kanye, apparently, believe it or not, last year, Kanye's, what was it? It was Graduation. Graduation was the most streamed album of 2025, right? So even when Kanye was at his most canceled, right? He was just going World War III against all Jewish people, against the nation of Israel. He still had the most streamed album of the year. That's GOAT shit right there. But apparently the only artist on earth who who's basically as successful as Taylor Swift is Bad Bunny. And that's because he has the entire Spanish-speaking part of the planet in a chokehold. Like Mexico, South America, fucking Spain, right? Like he's the top one. He's Puerto Rican too, so he's American. So the #1 Spanish-speaking singer on earth is an American citizen.
Everyone's
less than a million views.
American cultural dominance. We got the biggest #1 Spanish-speaking artist. The Pope is American and a Cubs fan. You know, we run this shit.
Every month.
While he's down.
Look at July last year. 4.6 million. 3.2 million.
How much is
last
he
year.
making?
Literally stopped making videos.
Yeah, literally.
But
he made Graduation. It actually was a good excuse. You're like, oh, but wait, we can't hate Kanye. He made Graduation. Apparently, it was real. Niggas were talking shit about no Kanye. He's canceled. He hates Jewish people. I'm still going to listen to Graduation when I get home. But, you know.
Million.
How much is
last
he
year.
making?
Literally stopped making videos. As a matter of fact, it's only.
Oh, excuse me. No, he's a White Sox fan. I say Cubs. The reason why I said Cubs fan is because this happened. The Pope Cubs jersey. This happened. So this right here is Pope Leo receives a Cubs jersey from Mara Awa the third, right? So this dude, he runs the Assyrian Catholic Church, which is also located in Chicago, believe it or not, right? But he also knows, it's because he's from Chicago, and because he knows that Pope Leo, you know, is a White Sox fan, he's like, you know, I could do the funniest fucking thing. So he went to the Vatican, and he brought the Pope a Cubs jersey. And, you know, the Pope can't do what he wants to do, fucking take that shit, throw it out a window, right? He has to be respectful and shit because the cameras are on. So he has to sit there and take this photo with this fake ass smile on his face. Total American cultural victory that this happened in the Vatican.
That I've started making videos again. And guess what? Now that I'm making videos again, look at there. So 40, let's see, I started making videos right here. 20K, 37K, 5K, 31K, 41K, 50K. That was only got 6. 115,000, 55,000, 94,000, 57,000. That one's tracking 2 out of the last 10. And my just upload there is tracking 3 out of 10. So what happens is when you make videos, people watch. When you don't make them, people don't watch. I stopped making fucking videos.
We see
yeah, you're right. You're right. He's camping. Quartering was literally comparing his dying channel to another channel that hasn't made videos for like 2 years.
About 4 channels. I know he has 4 channels. Let's say he makes 4 to 5K.
I have 10 channels.
Wow. Jesus Christ. He's actually a lot like Jeremy.
A month just on the YouTube, not including the live show, not including the Patreon or any of that stuff.
He's one man making $60,000 to $100,000 a year.
Well, I'm definitely not. I'm like, there's a lot of people on the team, but we're making a lot more than 100K a year.
Just on the ad.
for internet bullshit, not
See, this is a dude because he's got a lot of people on his payroll, and notice how he ain't stressing out like Mr. Daddy Big Bucks over here, Daddy Warbucks, I mean over here. You know, Mr. Big Millionaire, Mr. Fat Stacks, modded Cybertruck, fucking legion of cars, sports cars in my garage, 7-foot tall saltwater fish tank. This motherfucker over here, right? He's stressing out because of his staff. This guy has tons of people he works with who he has to cut the check with, and he's fine. Everybody's making over 100K over there. Yakass, thank you for the $10. Mikey, that quartering video was top tier. I was for real excited when I saw it pop up in my feed a few weeks ago. We need a part 2 when he fires Hannah and Luke. Cheers. Also, fuck the Packers. Goldie FX, thank you for $5 Canadian. Yo, Mikey, you are becoming a top favorite streamer I watch. Nice work. P.S. F quartering.
not counting super chats, which I'm pretty sure this guy makes fat fucking super chats.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? And then Jer will complain when we
Hail
go
to the
over his
real
analytics
BBC.
and call him out, but he's doing the exact same shit here.
Yeah.
You think this guy's killing it? Look what happened.
Yes, you just got pwned. I am reacting to D-Day Cobra, react to the Kino Casino, react to Jeremy Hambly. This is a reactception stream.
Oh my god! Like, why are you
Starting
doing
in
this?
July.
This is like an A-log style segment on your own friends.
Well, he's just trying to deflect responsibility from himself into broader trends, right? That's what this is.
Okay, look,
And
Ash,
by
Ash,
doing so, he's pissing off everyone else in the space. But the thing is, not everybody's as sensitive and paper thin skinned as Jer, so they probably don't give a fuck at all. You know.
Oh, I'm petty as fuck. So, but typically I don't respond to this shit. But like
I love the energy. We need
like
more. We need a return of petty motherfuckers just throwing stones at each other on YouTube. We need to bring that energy back.
quartering. I got no beef from the quartering.
I want YouTube to bring back that feature where like you could respond to a video and the response to that video is literally linked in the video. We need a return of that feature, bro. We need to, oh my God, dude. That'd be, the back and forths we would get would be amazing if that got brought back in modern day.
So I found out about this last night. And I'm like, why the fuck is he bringing me into his channel issues? Why is he saying my channel's dead? Quartering, the reason I'm able to do what I do is because my channel has been so fucking successful. Like, that's why. This isn't complicated. He lives in this world where if you aren't getting, like, if I would have been doing shorts, getting massive views off shorts, my views would be through the roof. But guess what? There's no revenue in shorts.
But fuck it. Let bring back the reply girls. Bring back the reply thoughts. Who cares? Fuck it.
There's no money in shorts. But his analytics break down.
Yakass, thank you for $5. I'm from Chicago, so it was very satisfying to see my Bears felting Jeremy and his shit Packers.
Right here would have shown I have big views. It's ridiculous that he's brought me and Gary into this.
No, because they're in their lane flourishing. It's Jared that's a seething bitch.
okay, well,
He's bitter. Like,
Just a reminder that flourishing differs from person to person, right? Because Jeremy, you know, on paper, from what we know, should be making more money than anybody affiliated with Geeks and Gamers. But, you know, you see everybody affiliated with Geeks and Gamers, they're all doing pretty good. They're doing all pretty fucking swell. So, obviously, net worth alone, right? It's like more money, more problems. Jeremy has way more money, but the amount of problems he has just outweighs what's going on, how much he's bringing in. So he's not really thriving the same way that people with lower net worths than him is.
oh my god, Ash!
There are some people like right now, if they started making 10K, right? If they just got, not even they were making 10K a month, if they just got a lump sum of $10,000, that would change their lives.
Well, oh, he's doing so bad. He's doing so bad, Ash. Look at this. He's live right now. Look at the top right of the screen. Bang!
Oh.
Bang! 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 Bang!
I mean, do you know how expensive that title belt that he's holding is? Like, that's at least $500-600
But he-
USD.
but he,
At least that's on sale. It's like fucking like almost $1,000
yeah, that's
taxes in
expensive as
to get
fuck.
those belts. Like, Holy.
Look at this. How much is this one? $199.
$199
for one dono.
There's a lot of
$199.
and this is a Monday night?
Yeah, and he
You
streams
know
all
what
the
I
time.
mean? But this is what happens when you actually make content that engages a real audience. They reward it financially, and then you don't have to be beholden to advertisers. And
Correct.
you don't.
Correct.
That's the way to be, by the way. Bobby Tandown. Bobby Tandowd. Thank you for the $10. Perhaps Jeremy should consider not airing his disgusting toilet habits and misadventures for starters. Next, he needs to stop misusing the words like and literally. You know, to be fair, I kind of do that too. But no, this is how you should do. Living through advertisements, living through sponsors, living through deals with places like Rumble. It's very stable and it makes you a lot of money until it doesn't. That's the case with Jeremy right now. And it was also the case with Nick Rekieta. Nick Rekieta loved like shitting on other people about, oh, I got this big Rumble deal. You guys are stupid to fucking live off of just your community supporting you. And it's like, look, dude, if you live off your community, if you live off community support, the only reason, you know, you could fail is if, I don't know, you did something to alienate your community, or you just stop making content they don't fuck with anymore. In which case, it's a deserved downfall. If, like, the corporation stops fucking with you for any reason, or I don't know, the sponsor stops giving money because they just run out, well, that's a whole nother story, right? I don't know, that seems like a bigger problem to me. It seems like there are too many uncontrollable variables in that situation. In a situation where I'm just supported purely by you guys, that's a completely controllable variables because, I don't know, I make less money if I don't make content that people don't want to watch. It's very simple.
We are not tied to advertisers. None of my channels, none of my company is tied to advertisers. Now, we have a few, sponsor deals here and there, and it's nice to have those, but that's why you don't see me just scraping the bottom of the fucking barrel to make a video so that I can get a sponsor ad read worked into a video. And the audience sees through this shit. The audience sees through when you're just making content.
Has Nick been doing well, Panzer Dude? Has he?
Just so you can...
That's not a rhetorical question. I'm actually very curious. I haven't been keeping up with Rekieta. Has he actually cleaned up his act? Is he returning back to the family man, serious lawyer shit? Or,
roll something out there so you can throw your 30 or 60 second bullshit ad read in so you can get fucking paid. And they don't continue to watch that shit. They don't give a fuck about Rumble. If they give a fuck about Rumble, they'll go to Rumble. Tell them about Rumble one time and shut the fuck up about it. You spend half your video telling people...
Oh, you can tell this dude has been angry for a while. He knows. See, here's the thing. When people know when you're being sneak diss. Everybody knows. You're never coy about it. Whenever you sneak diss somebody and they hear about it, they can recognize it right away. People can just feel the energy. So if you do it, it's like they always think they're slick. Quartering thinks he's slick. DSP, when he does it, he thinks that he's slick, right? Like we can tell.
On a platform,
Quartering thought he was slick when he was doing it to Rich, right? People know when you're dissing them.
To go to another platform. They don't want to go to that shitty fucking platform. There's a reason you can't get people to go to Rumble, because Rumble fucking sucks. I'm on Rumble right now. Just to be clear, for anybody that wants to say, well, Jeremy's just upset because he doesn't have any thing on Rumble. Oh, really? 114,000 followers on Rumble.
Oh, wow.
How about Sports Wars? My sports channel? 118,000 followers.
Holy shit. That's actually really fucking impressive. That is actually like super impressive in my opinion. Being able to do shit like that. Hold on, let me see. We're gonna go. Is that channel available? Hold on. What the fuck? No, stop trying to just group shit. Sports Wars. Let me see. Let's go to Sports Wars. Of course, it's on YouTube. Okay. Shit. Wow. It's like, okay. I mean, that ain't nothing, bro. getting multiple channels with over 100,000 views, that 100,000 subscribers, especially on multiple platforms, bro, that ain't nothing. Most people can't do that. Most people can't do this once on one platform, let alone like multiple times on 2 different ones. Shit.
On Rumble. How about random fucking Geeks and Gamers play? 49,000 followers on Rumble. Geeks and Gamers clips. How about that?
Garfield's Bizarre Adventure, thank you for the $5. Also, it looks like the self-proclaimed chosen one of Comicsgate, Frog Tony, had his own Simspiracy text leaks made public. It's absolutely embarrassing. Oh yeah, I wanted to do that, but I need to get some shit. Before we can do the Frog Tony shit, I have to get some shit together. I'll get to it. After I finish publishing this video, there are several streams I want to get out the way, or get ready for, you know, February and whatnot. Or, you know, we'll do the Fraud Tony shit before the end of the month, though. No doubt about that.
That one. 25,000 followers on Rumble. Collectively, we have 350,000 followers on Rumble. So yes, I'm on Rumble. The point being is that Quartering spends 50% of his fucking video telling...
He's like a more successful version of Jeremy, now that I think about it. Like, he managed to do the hobby tuber shit and actually do it successfully. Meanwhile, Jeremy, all of his hobby tuber ambitions failed, and he eventually had to go the way of being a culture war, outrage, news slopper instead.
95% of his...
This dude managed to successfully take all of his hobbies and turn them into successful enterprises that earn him a mid to high 6-figure income every year.
Audience to go somewhere that they don't want to go.
Don't have to abide by the advertisers' standards. Like, fuck advertisers. I fucking hate ads, you know?
And he streams every day. Look at this. This is D-Day Cobra. He's making a fucking killing. He's making a killing.
It's just not good enough, because in Jared's mind, if you're not making multi-million dollars a year, what's even the point? You know?
I like fucking Geeks and Gamers, aka D-Day Cobra. I like him. He's cool.
Less than 1 million views every month.
I've never seen Jared get red super chats, ever.
No.
Like, not even one.
Not even like a fucking 50.
No.
He's given some. He gave like 4 or 5 of them to Tim Pool that one time he was trying to advertise his coffee when Tim Pool got swatted.
Not even a pink.
Look at...
He gave Tim like $500 or some shit.
July last year, 4.6 million, 3.2...
Wait, was it $500 or was it $500 each? I don't even remember.
2 million, 2.2 million, 3.7 million.
He makes more money than you now, buddy, on just live shows.
And this year
we got Skyrone the Sky Bull with a packet up. Jared's in the death rattle stage of his career and clearly doesn't care about the friends that he's disrespecting. Total mask off. You know?
Absolute
That's obviously
bomb.
the case. Straight up Skyrone.
He's like, coffee.
Straight up Skyrone.
Yeah, man. Skyrone, best fucking name ever.
he doesn't get it, right? Like, he hears Skyrone, he's like, is that like an actual name? They got like a black guy in their audience named Skyrone. He doesn't know the Sky Bull lore.
Like, by the way, you could say whatever you want about anyone, but like, we watched the clip 2 shows ago of these guys. Remember, they had him on the show. They were setting him up. They're like promoting him constantly. And it's like, just to do this is unnecessary. And you weren't even looking at the bigger picture. I opened up his fucking chat, and he's got like $800 and just from what we see.
That's the thing. Just take the L, Jer. Just take the L. Like, don't deflect it onto other people and try and drag them down with you. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, man.
100,000, 25%. And it's not anything that they did.
It literally is something I did. I stopped making fucking videos at the level I was making them. It literally was something I did, Quartering. The fuck do you not understand about this? What?
Well, he can't take accountability for shit, right? Like, fundamentally, and that's an issue, and that's something he has in common with DSP. He is incapable. Well, something he has in common with also Review. Well, something that all these dudes have in common. I think the best definition, the easiest, the quickest and most simplest definition of what a lolcow is actually came from Jesse from Pod Awful, right? Like he gave the easiest definition of a lolcow ever, which is just a silly person that has no self-awareness. It's basically it. That's what a lolcow is. A lolcow is just somebody, a silly person who does silly things. They don't have any self-awareness. They aren't able to properly reflect on their actions. They aren't able to course correct because they don't even realize they're unable to acknowledge that they're doing anything wrong, right? And this is what all lolcows fundamentally have in common. From Jeremy to DSP to Chris Chan to Nick Fuentes to EVS, they all have this same, to Low Tier Guide, they all have this same thing in common.
Why are you trying to make...
So of course he can't just say, of course Jeremy can't just say, it's me, it's a skill issue, I'm the reason why my channel fell off. He can't say that.
Make us complicit in your downfall. The fuck does it have to do with me? Why are you pretending you understand my channel and my network? I have 10 fucking channels. I have a website with a full editorial staff. I have a partnership with another website. We have a partnership with Criticless.
Ames, thanks for the $2. Is it one Tyrone or council of Tyrones? Oh, you know what? That's a good question, Ames. Is there like, because his wife has multiple planes, does she have a different Sky Bull for each plane? Maybe one day she's flying with Skyrone, and in the other one she's flying with Airone, and then the day after that it's Cloudrone, and right they're in a rotation, like a Sky Bull for each. Maybe there's another one too. Maybe there's like a Flyrone, right? She has a Sky Bull for each cardinal direction and shit.
As well, I have merchandise. I have all types of shit going on. I have the Geeks and Gamers channel. I have a theme park channel.
Yeah, Kang the Conqueror. She has a Kang the Conqueror, different versions of all these different Sky Bulls. Depending on the altitude, it might be a completely different altitude, which will change which Sky Bull she'll fly with that day.
A sports channel. I have my personal channel. We have spin-off channels. We have duplicate channels like Geeks and Gamers 2, D-Day Cobra 2. But he's going to sit there.
Yeah, Jet Jamal. She has Skyrone. She has Jet Jamal. She has Air Darius.
Go, it's not my fault that my views have dropped. It's literally my fault because I stopped making fucking videos. Good Lord. I've never had a bad thing to say about Quartering. Never had any issues with him whatsoever.
Ironic, Quartering is going off on Candace Owens for burning bridges, yet what he did can start to burn bridges with his internet friends.
And I don't really have any issues with him now. For me...
Yakass, thank you for $5. I 100% believe that Quartering's wife isn't real. She doesn't exist. Every time he talks about her, it gives off, she goes to another school vibes. I mean, he has photos. He has photos of his wife. But it's like those photos he shows with his wife, it's like he shows them to like remind her that she exists, or at least she exists at one point. It could be like a JF situation where every once in a while he has to give some weird evidence that his children are still alive. His children are definitely alive. He didn't leave them in the middle of the woods like he did with his wife, and then just scrubbed his entire house cleaned, sanitized the whole place so no forensics could ever discover any evidence, because there isn't any evidence, because his family is still totally alive. It could be a situation like that. Biddles, thank you for the 25 PLN. Jeremy's wife can start her own plane aerobatic team. Ames, thank you for another $2. Like the Council of Reeds, saving lolcow wives. PP Storm, thanks for the $1.99. Bull Force 1.
This is like...
That's what the plane should be called. That's what we're calling the planes. We got Bull Force 1, Bull Force 2, Bull Force 3.
You hit me, I'm going to hit back twice as hard. Quartering, I guess, has gotten mad at me in the past because I talk shit about Rumble whenever he would promote it. And I would say, well, yeah, Rumble's great and all when you have a fucking contract with them. But if you're not paid, you can actually be honest and say that the platform is dog shit. And I ratioed him a few times on Twitter by calling out Rumble because he was kissing up to Rumble.
He probably deleted those tweets already.
So I kept saying...
We'll check before the end of the stream, but he probably deleted those tweets already.
Humble sucks, but I'm not paid by him, so I can say that. And I know you can't because you have a
Reminder, guys. You can tell a lot about a man by how often he deletes his tweets.
fucking contract. So this is weird to bring me and Gary into this.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not that.
But so it's like, okay, we don't take personal accountability or responsibility for anything. Instead, we blame external circumstances. Isn't that like a leftist mentality?
Correct. So quartering trying to say that it's not my fault when it is my fault for something that I fully control is 100%.
Just to say something real quick about leftist mentality. Before that, though, Garfield's Bizarre Adventure, thanks for the $10. An update on the Liam lore. After getting exposed selling Trace Dr. Doom drawings, Liam threatened to Minecraft himself again? Bro, I'm so tired of that nigga. Like, dude. And now he's kicked out of the CG Kings chat room. Liam is sad. Oh, they'll let him back in after he calms down. And he stops trying to, like, threaten to sue. Threaten to do a fucking flip off a bridge or some shit for the upteenth time. E1337 Neo, thanks for the $5. Let's not forget Quarter Pounder once got rocked by a dude in a dress. Yeah, about the leftist thing, one thing that occurred to me that I always thought was weird about Jeremy, I always thought it was weird that he even identified as a conservative because, like, he really doesn't share anything in common. There's really not a whole lot that separates him. Again, I already made the comparison earlier in the stream. There's not a whole lot that separates him from Vito, like nerdy libs, like Vito or Movie Bob, right? He has a lot in common with those two. He's a childish. He is childish, but he's also childless, despite being married, unlike those two. Childless. He's a consumer. He lives his life vicariously through politicians, cares way too much about politics, despite being not necessarily an inherently political person himself and not knowing a whole lot about politics. Let's see. He's obsessed with pop media. He has weird relationships with real life women. He's obese. Nothing in his life really like appeals to any sort of traditional values or anything like that. If you didn't know anything about the quartering, you didn't know anything about like his YouTube presence, really, you take the YouTube and social media presence away, there's really not a whole lot that separates a Jeremy Hambley from a Bob Chipman or Vito Giswaldi. They're interchangeable. They're interchangeable fat consumers with no children.
Leftist ideology.
Just one of them has a wife who flies with multiple sky bulls.
Mentality. That's what it is. And so it's just kind of ridiculous when he doesn't fully understand any of the shit he's talking about. Yes, it's
on Pharma Drugs too. They're all possessed by the SSRI demon. All three of them are.
% my fault that my views dropped because I stopped making videos. Why? Because I got burned out on a lot of the entertainment stuff. And I
just realized that iDubbbz also now fits in like this category of SSRI addicted, no child having, cares way too much about politics, lives through popular media content creators.
Have to make a video.
There are way too many of them. We didn't have this category of male like 20 years ago, but they're all over the place now.
Every day about something I didn't care about in order to get my ad read in and get my sponsor money because my audience was taking care of me. So I didn't have to worry about going, yeah, I don't really care about this thing, but I'm going to drag up a retarded article on a website on a topic I don't care about. And I'm going to slowly read this article about this thing I don't care.
Okay, first off, look at this. Taking advice on what content you want to, like, here's the thing. You guys point me in a certain direction about, like, certain content. I'll do an investigation. I'll do some research. I'll look into it. And if I think it's an interesting story, if it makes me laugh, if I think it's going to make you guys laugh and it'll be interesting for you guys to watch, I will turn it into content. And maybe if it's not worth making a documentary out of, maybe we'll just talk about it on stream, right? But I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to just fucking come out and just make a post or make a Twitter post or anything like that, just asking for you guys to give me ideas on what content to make, because that's not your job.
Website on a topic I don't
Like, I'm basically asking you guys to do my job for me, is what this would be.
care about.
You guys send me a DM, you guys say something in the comments, you guys say something in chat or whatever about some shit you want me to look into or you think would be interesting or whatever. That's one thing. But I'm not about to fucking outsource me what content I should make out to you guys. Who the fuck
I'm
does
gonna slowly
that?
read this article about this thing I don't care about so I can put my 60-second ad read in so I can get my $1,000. I mean, it's so stupid. So, Jeremy, quartering, you make boring fucking videos. You don't know what you're talking about in said videos. You only make fucking content so that you can get ad read money out of them.
100%. Yes, less cuffs. Yes, let school FF. Yes, I do know about PWR. I've actually done. There's a VOD that we did of a stream on PWR in the playlist on the VOD playlist PWR. I plan on covering him more this year too.
The audience
We know
sees
a lot
through
about
that
PWR.
shit. That's why they stopped watching. Simple as that. Okay?
Yes,
It's
you're
just the
boring.
truth of
Let's hear that again.
ad videos. You only make fucking content so that you can get ad read money out of them. The audience sees through that shit. That's why they stopped watching. Simple as that. Okay? That's just the truth of the matter.
That might actually go into a future quartering documentary. If I had made that documentary like a month late, that definitely would have gone in. So that's definitely going in.
Sorry if the truth hurts, but that's the fucking truth. You called Rise of Skywalker Rise of the Skywalker. He didn't even know the name of the fucking movie.
Holy shit.
He called Gina Carano Gina Carano because he didn't know who the fuck Gina.
What a fake nerd. And he was simping for that bitch's feet too. Asking for, imagine if you're going to be a feet nigga, at least like do the research, bro. At least do the research on the pair of feet that you're simping for. That's some lazy shit.
Gina
right
Carano
there.
was when he was talking about Gina Carano in The Mandalorian. You know he did. You can go fucking look it up.
Imagine being a lazy foot fag. That's crazy.
Like, isn't like this is like I don't know. Like, I was taught like as a salesman that you have to have extreme ownership of your results and that you get what you fucking deserve in the market. Like, I don't know. That's what Jer would preach all the time. Now it's
Don't even know the name of the girl whose feet you're simping for or who you want to cuck you. Like, it's crazy.
excuses. Well, excuses don't
He puts shame on Gooner's name.
pay the bills. You can't take the excuses to the grocery store, Jer. The only thing you can take is the results, buddy. That's it.
Like Geeks and Gamers fell off, or Nerdrotic fell off, or the quartering fell off. It's that this topic, like this culture world.
Why bring us into this shit? We have never had any heat or negative thoughts or
Yes, thigh chads are the highest. They're the peak, right? Like, because, okay, let's say if you're into breast and you're into ass, right? That's not really a fetish. That's like, those are the go-to erogenous zones, right? Like anything beyond that, right? So then we have tummy, right? Like, you know, you have a girl with a flat stomach. Okay, maybe it's not like, you know, niggas who like, I want to like lick your belly button or something. Okay, freaky niggas like that. All right, that's a tier or so below like dudes who are just into titties and ass. And then you got thighs. I say thighs is above that. Thighs is like the most acceptable where it's not even a fetish for real. Because, you know, it's thighs, nigga. It's like, it's really like, it's barely even a fetish. And then after that, then you got tummy. And then underneath that is like armpit niggas, right? Is like, they're, you know, those guys are weird. And then you got the foot fags, right?
negative.
Really, the armpit dudes and the foot niggas are in the same category together. And they debate about which one is less of a freak.
Words for the
Or on the contrary, they try and argue that they're the real freaks and the other dudes are just perverts.
quartering ever. We have always had his back.
The Gooner meta is actually quite complicated.
Always. Hey, he's been on FNT multiple times. This is completely out of pocket, bro.
Hey,
And for the people that are claiming I'm doing this to get more super chats, let me clear that up for you right now. You are 100% accurate.
The dudes who are into knees, I think those are just MMA fans and they want a woman to beat them up. Because why else would you be obsessed with knees and elbows, right? Right? Like being obsessed with thighs. That's perfectly understandable. That's really, thighs are really paired together with titties and ass, to be honest with you. Right? Like feet, okay, that's free. But like, nigga, you're just knees and elbows. You're just obsessed with bones. You want her to like do some Muay Thai shit to you. That's what that is.
You're looking at flawed metrics. No, I'm not. I'm looking at perfectly, very, very good metrics that would.
No one in chat's going.
Garfield's Bizarre Adventure, thanks for the $5. Quartering C's whenever someone brings up the old computer repair videos. Pretty much an instant ban in the chat. Only leftists bring that up. Why are you ashamed of it? Why are you ashamed of what you were doing on the IT shit? See, if people were bringing up the pedo, him trying to help pedos, just delete their shit before they submit them to IT techs. Okay, that's one thing. But if they're just talking about the channel and maybe they want some advice from a dude with over 10 years of IT service, IT experience, Jeremy, what's the problem? Hybrid, thank you for $5. The quartering is as informed about his topics he covers as iDubbbz is about politics.
Playing a lot.
Honestly, yeah, I do kind of put them on the same. I feel like, well, that's actually a very good question. Who actually knows more about politics between iDubbbz and quartering? Because you would assume quartering because he's been talking about it more. But I feel that iDubbbz, he obviously doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, but I feel like he's like on the same level. Maybe he's slightly lower. I don't know. It's something to think about.
You know, everyone's just rebelling. They're like, why are you doing this? This doesn't make sense.
it's really funny, actually.
Stand up in the court of the law simply because it would show a relation. If the social blade data is wrong, if social blade data is wrong, then it's wrong by the same percent for everybody.
It's not that it's wrong, Jeremy. It's that you are leaving all context out. All of it. So, okay. Do you know one thing that Gary does that Jeremy did not mention? Do you know one thing that Gary does? Let's look up Social Blade right now. Okay. Social Blade. See, Jeremy says, I know the numbers. I know that you don't know shit. And you proved it. So you go to Social Blade, okay? And you look up Gary from Nerdrotic. Oh man, Nerdrotic. He's he's got this big fall off, right? Okay. Well, guess what? Did you look up his daily channel? Did you look up Nerdrotic Daily? Or did you look up Nerdrotic Live? Because Gary,
all these dudes have like 50 different channels. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. That's crazy. I'm still working on content. That's another reason why it's taking me longer than I should have to get this video out this month is because I'm working on content for Review Mikey USA. Hold up. I'll plug that in a second. Give me a second, though. Barely Dere. Thank you for $5. I showed up to learn lore, but I stay to hear things I've never heard before, like the fetish meta is complicated. It is, dude.
actually unlist almost all of his live streams. Once you unlist the live stream, do you know what happens when you unlist the live stream? Since the quartering didn't want to educate anyone on this, what happens when you unlist the live stream?
Oh, tell me. I don't know. I don't know what happens. I unlist my live streams all the time. I'm going to unlist another live stream after this one is done because I only like to leave up like 4 at once.
Anybody want to guess? The views do not count on Social Blade.
Wow.
That's right. The views don't count on Social Blade.
Okay, I thought that was going to be way worse. Okay, I don't give a shit about that. Who cares? Oh, that means that when I look at my Social Blade, hold on, let me look real quick. Let me see. We go over here. Apparently my views are actually way better than I think they are. I'm actually handicapping my views by unlisting my streams. unlisting my stream VODs and putting them in a playlist. Yo, that's actually kind of good news.
None of them. So if, let's say Gary does a stream on his main channel and it gets 100,000 views, okay? As soon as Gary unlists that video, Social Blade does not count it. Social Blade doesn't count it. Interesting. I guess we didn't know that because the quartering didn't mention it. So you go over to Gary's daily channel. Look at there. 1.5 million views in the last 30 days. Did the quartering bring that up? Did the quartering bring up Gary's channel having 1.5 million views? I'm guessing Jeremy from the quartering didn't give that context, did he? I'm interested why he didn't give that context.
Real quick. Let me. I'm gonna go here. Put this right here. Okay, that is the link to review Mikey USA. My other. All right, this is the channel. For people who don't know, this channel, the lore behind this channel that I stopped uploading content to almost a fucking year ago is that it was basically just made for me to troll Review Tech USA because Rich was always like, oh, it's so hard. I would rather sit on nails and spin than keep reading the news. So I'm like, well, hold up. Reading the news can't be that hard. So I just made this thing where every once a week I make a video where I would just read the news and I would just edit it into some shit. And I stopped because I got busy with other shit. I got busy with my main channel. I got busy with like real life work shit. And also it just got boring. I felt like, because it really is just reading the news. I'm just reading the news, and I would, you know, I would splice it up with jokes and shit. But there's only so much you can say about the news. And oh yeah, I stole his intro too.
Skip it up and that up.
I stole his network. I stole his intro too. They saw their initial negative reception and were like, you know what? Damn. Suicide Squad has been getting updates this whole time? Yeah, I was shocked too when I read it. Man, we really haven't been giving Rocksteady the respect they deserve for sticking with their game as much as they have and trying to provide their player base with as much content as possible. These dudes really stuck it out. They had hope to the very end. They saw their initial negative reception and were like, you know what? We're gonna turn it around. We're gonna pull a No Man's Sky on these bitches. But nah, nobody's playing Suicide Squad. I feel kind of bad for them, because they were really putting some work into this thing. But hey, sometimes you just fail. Sometimes you try your hardest and you put your heart and soul into something, and you just fail miserably anyways. It just wasn't in the cards for you, man. I'ma let life coach Dave Blunts take it away.
Don't do drugs, man. Don't give up on your fucking dreams. It may seem like it's never gonna happen, but that shit might fuck around and happen one day, you know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, you gotta know when to stop, man. You gotta know when to just give up and just quit. It's not for everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people will just waste their whole life and it just won't happen. It's just not meant for you.
Yeah, so that's all I got. Yeah, so that was basically what I did. So I'm planning on bringing it back this year and actually putting some content. I'm going to put like I've been planning a very big documentary that's going to go here. Maybe I'll drop it in February. It depends. I really want to get on to February is when I plan on dropping the Comet Skate 2 video, right? So I'm going to prioritize that first. But if I have time, I'm going to go full speed ahead. Once I get done with that video, Comet Skate isn't going to be the next video. Not going to be this month's video. This month's video is going to be something completely different. And then February, I'm probably going to do the Comet Skate video. And then after that, if I can finish the Comet Skate video early enough, I'm going to go full speed ahead. I'm going to try and finish that documentary I'm planning for Review Mikey USA. And then I'm going to refocus on Mikey No More. So I'm just, just letting you guys know.
I don't know. Interesting, I guess. You would think he would give that context, wouldn't you? But I guess not. Nerdrotic Live, where he re-uploads his live stream, another 500,000 views. So that's 2 million views on 2 of Gary's spin-off channels that he didn't mention. Why would he not mention that? Why would he not mention that Gary has 2 other channels? Why would he not mention that when Gary unlists live streams on his main channel, those views don't count towards those numbers that he claims is dropping off? It's almost like he's trying to use Gary and me to build a narrative about his own failure by not adding the proper content.
That's 100% what he's doing. He just doesn't
So
want to.
I guess
he doesn't want to admit it, so he's trying to use everybody else as a proxy for his own failure.
do that.
It's not me. It's everybody. It's not a skill issue.
Like,
We all suck now. It's not just me.
That's true.
Okay.
statistics,
Yeah.
data analysis. This is what I do.
Okay, but you have
Okay,
200
but
members and
you
make
gotta
zero on
understand-
Super Chat.
Statistics and data analysis is what he does. Yet he leaves out massive pieces of context. Massive.
It's what I'm talking about.
There's
It's
different.
like he said that that's the one thing. Jeremy said that was the one thing that he's an expert on. Is the numbers, is the analytics. He can't even do that right. He just sucks.
Revenue streams. The only one that you have is ad rev. They are much smarter. They don't have all their eggs in one basket. They diversified.
Yeah.
You didn't. So when Jared tries to talk about they had no foresight, they didn't see what was coming, and he did, it's just a total lie. It's a total cope. Jared didn't have the foresight, or maybe he tried. I mean, he's tried a few times to build a membership club or to do live streaming, but it's failed. But none of these guys, by the way, like
What
Friday.
he should have done, honestly, what he should have done is try to restart one of his old hobby channels. He really should go back because he always wanted to be an RC YouTuber anyway. That was his original ambition. As soon when he sold that IT channel and he got like, what did he say? 160K? I don't believe that. We got way more money than that fucking channel and that website were both worth. When he got that money, first thing he did was he said he bought a truck. I believe that big truck he said he bought was really a big RC truck. I feel that's where a lot of that money from Be Your Own IT went, was to fuel his RC addiction. And he should have went full hog. He should have made a RC channel because that's perfect. He wants something. The purpose of exclusively games and coffee brand coffee is that he wants a business that isn't related to, he wants to diversify. And the RC channel would have been perfect for that. But you know, you never went back to it.
Night Tights. Do you think everybody on that show gets $500 to show up?
No.
No, they get paid in fucking exposure.
Views.
You idiot.
Come watch
They get
my video.
paid in views and networking, and they give their fucking take. You decided to create all this crazy overhead by making Melanie Mack and Hannah Claire and Luke employees. Why? They would have done it for free, except they wouldn't have because you're unlikable and you're a cloutless fucking bum, unlike them, you see? So that's why you have to pay them to stick around because you have no real friends, Jer. That's the reality.
I wonder why Quartering didn't bring, I don't know, maybe Josiah Rises, who's part of Geeks and Gamers, by the way. Let's see how Josiah's channel's doing. Oh, man, Josiah. Man, 4 million views in the last 30
Jesus
days.
Christ.
Why didn't you
Every
bring up
single
Josiah's
one of
channel?
these
Why didn't
motherfuckers
you bring
is
up
just
Ryan
like
Killer's
doing bangers. Just doing banger views. Impossible.
channel?
Impossible views.
All people that are part of
Just drowning in this nerd money.
Geeks and Gamers. So much for data analysis. Okay.
Reality.
I would say that I wish that I had been like a nerd culture YouTuber, but I'll be honest, I feel like, well, no, I won't say it's too late to get into the game. Definitely not, because you got young guys who are getting into the games and they're doing pretty good. What I'm trying to say is that it's harder to find a new place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you paid sticks too.
YouTube stopped
We watched
counting
the
ad block
cans of
viewers.
Yeah, so anyway, we're going to leave it there. I definitely wanted
Yeah,
to address...
I've never even heard of that motherfucker, and he's making like millions. Just these dudes, just like no name recognition, somehow just making millions of views every fucking month. There's a whole nother world out there we don't even know about.
this, though, because I think it is incredibly hilarious to bring other people with zero context of the understanding, other people that are cool with you, other people that have always done right by you, never had an issue with you, to bring me and Gary into this and try to basically co-opt us into your issues is pretty shitty. And like I said, The thing that me and Gary have in common is that we don't spend 50% of our fucking video talking about how great Rumble is and how great our next fucking sponsor is. We have sponsor reads here and there.
Also, they don't keep shilling shit like coffee brand coffee. They don't keep shilling products that nobody wants to fucking buy.
We read them and we move on. Jeremy literally turned his fucking...
Jeremy does that even with the membership shit. He'll do that multiple times in his membership streams.
...channel into a platform to tell people to stop watching me on YouTube and go watch me on Rumble. 90% of those people said, fuck you, I'll just find somebody else on YouTube to watch. And then 10% of them went to fucking Rumble. And then you get put on the front page of Rumble and they make it look like you got people watching you. We all know that's just not how it works. So, but we'll leave it at that. Hail to Kino Casino.
Hail.
Appreciate those guys.
Hail. I love Kino Casino. Please. I love you guys. We want no problems over here. We want only peace and love with the casino over here at Geeks and Gamers.
Glad I got a chance to cover that. It does feel like 2018 all over again, doesn't it? I'm getting fired up.
Jesus, look at this. He got reinvigorated. Bro got reinvigorated because of Jeremy's bullshit. Jeremy's like, this dude's falling off. This dude's about to he's about to do it like it's 2018 all over again. Just because he's tired of Jeremy.
Need to do a common...
Jeremy's got no energy, but he manages to energize everybody else.
Ground stream again with me and all my haters. Ryan's going to shoot that idea down. Ryan is not going to go for that.
All right. Anyway, that was basically it. All I wanted to do. I said short stream and I meant it. I got to get back. I got to get back to working on that video for you guys that I will be putting out. It should be out tomorrow. There's really no reason why I can't finish that video tomorrow unless something comes up. Let me see. Ooh. What happened? What happened? There it is. Okay. One more time before I'm gone. I want to go ahead and plug one more time, because I always have to. The playlist where all the VODs go. This VOD will also go there. This VOD will also go here when we're done. And there will be more streams. I got like 2 or 3 more streams I want to do that I got planned. Not just I want to do. I actually have to plan out streams. I have to come here with something. Even if it's just fucking reacting to a video or some shit. I gotta come here with something. So I got 2 or 3 more streams I'm going to do after I publish that video tomorrow. And I will see you guys then. Thanks for showing up. I'll see you